What's up, yo? I made it. Somehow. Oh, I might get used to this eventually. Somehow I made it. Woohoo! Fluffy, come here, baby. Oh boy, what a day. Did not definitely feel like coming in and doing this today, but you know what? Gotta keep up. Give me my money. Give me my money. Hi, baby. Give me my money. Give me my money. Come here, Miss Fluffy. Where you going? Ah, I feel like shit. I do not have a good day today yet, but we'll see. Off season. The most boring day and event of the year, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Gotta do it. Want to do it. Gonna do it. The coffee. The coffee. The coffee. This coffee don't taste so good today. This tastes weird for some reason. I don't know. Couple more days. Bondo sets new average rating record. Go ahead, Bondo. Yep. We don't know about next year yet. I don't believe I didn't sign it, did I? His contract runs out this year anyway, so he ain't worth anything to me. If he wants to go, he can go. I'm not going to resign him anyway. He's one of those guys I'm not resigning. Although he did play a pretty good role for us this year, he's just not good enough. We must be careful. Shh. Everybody's in that kitchen making a mess. I'll be mad. I forgot about that. Shit. I have to do that today. Good. See, now I can go in here and I can attempt to bring my boy in here. Let me try this again. Man, they went from 6.2 to 62K. They don't even have him under contract. Wait a minute, let me look at this. Yeah, I was gonna say his contract expires in like on the right before he goes back. Ain't no way I'm doing that. That shit. That I don't understand why they won't let me do that. He's the only one I want. I'm gonna keep an eye on him because that's crap. Now they shouldn't be able to do that. When his contract runs out, he's done. I shouldn't have to go through the same thing with that. See, he's gonna be the same thing. I'll keep Bo. And he's Kill to come back and stay. Oh, Zachy Poo. I mean, I won't have a whole bunch of money to spend on folks, but I do on the players that I want to keep. Wait. If he's already got one. See, I should be able to, I should be able to get him without doing that. And that's crap. They want 62,000 for him. Motherfucker, you can't even get what you want from him because he's a fucking, you're nuts. Yeah, I don't think so. How about we give you 0 and fuck that. You ain't gotta accept it. You just wait till I'll wait him out. That's all. That's fucking bullshit. I hate when it does that. It shouldn't do that. Alright, Willoughby. I'll give him another contract, I guess. What does it hurt? Nope. Why are you unhappy at the club? Oh, you can be unhappy at the club all you want to be. I'll offer you a chance to stay. You don't want to stay? That's fine. That's fine. I'll resign him. Resign him. I think I got everybody signed I want for next year. I believe. Miller can stay. I'll bring Miller back. I guess I could always use a backup goalkeeper. Man, Rick, I'm gonna keep you just because I can get you for cheap. The only reason you keep these guys is because they're cheap. If I had to pay any money for them, I wouldn't. Evans, I want to keep. Buckle has no contract, but he's a potential five-star player, so we'll keep him too. All right, so what kind of money does that leave us to spend next year? So far, we're spending 96. We have right now we have 14,000. Yes, that's a lot of money, not. We got a lot of players to get rid of. Yeah, a lot of players are going to be gone. That's going to be sad. But life is what it is when it comes to football. You got to do what you got to do, right? Off season, always so much fun. I ain't worried about signing new players until I figure out what's up with my old players, and they'll all be there till June 26th. So, worried about signing new players now really doesn't make any difference because you don't practice, so it don't matter. You can sign all the new players you want to sign. It don't matter to me that they want to sign with, because they just suck ass. Not gonna be on my team anymore. So we will fix this up. We'll fix them up. We'll get who we want, when we want, where we want, and we'll be good. Bondo, that kind of pisses me off. They're gonna be like, no, we want this. No, you're not getting it because you don't own him. He's the fucking last year of his contract. I should have been able to enter into an end of contract agreement with him anyway. I don't know why they don't do that for every league. I'm gonna try something. He's not going anywhere. Fucking idiots. They're like, oh, we want 62 grand for him. No, you can't have 62 grand for him. For one, he's only worth up to 10,000. And ain't no way in hell I'm paying 62,000 for him. Two, he's on my team right now to the end of June anyway. His contract will run out when he goes back. I'm going to have him the contract one way or the other. Oh, here we go. The yearly end of the year review. Okay, let's go. I hit the button. Come on, there we go. I knew he had played 33 games. Only 2 he came in off the bench. 25 goals. That's pretty freaking good. Yeah, he was the man. That's not bad. 11 assists per page. He was our leading assister. That's because he came back, but he's still been a player for us. They're unhappy. You know what? You'll be alright. Thank you. When we had loaned out, we didn't have anybody loaned out because the one loaned out we had got hurt. What do you want me to do about it? Finished 5th overall. That sucks. Biggest win, 5-1. Master remembers 3-1 over Washington, Maine Reserves. Gold of the season went to Marsh. Nice. Did not make any money. Our top 11 for this year. Or 1-5. So, how about Zane Marsh had 20 assists and 21 goals. And you know what? Now I have to resign him. How you gonna go with somebody like that? You can't let somebody go like that that did that much for you. You really can't, and he's not that bad. I mean, I don't know why I thought he was bad. That's the wrong one. I got 2 of them. Dude, you're not getting the 10%. He'll stick. That was good. That was definitely good. Andy Page, 11 assists, 8 goals. That's pretty freaking good. 10 and 25, 10 and 5. That's not bad. And every player on our team had an assist. Every player on our team, including Litherland, had an assist. So you go. Everybody on my team had an assist. Awesome. Bondo 7.5 rating. Bondo 7.5 rating. Signing of the season was Zane Marsh at 7.3. He had the goal of the year. Bondo was top goal scorer. Zane Marsh top assist. Zane Marsh player of the match. Bondo 7.5 rating. Passes completed per 90. 44 for Remy Harper. And those are our leaders in. He had 9 shutouts. That's pretty good. And Pages made 71 appearances for us. That's good. What a fantastic start to the season are you talking about? If we'd had a better start to the season, we'd have been worth something. But we weren't. Oh, let's see. Yeah, me too. You know what? We didn't play good defense, I know. We're going to fix that. I already did that. Have a good vacation, boys. Squad's on in. I don't think so. You can want him all you want. You're not getting him, baby. He is unavailable for sale. Yep, here we go. You know what? You want to go? I offered you a contract. You can go if you want. Don't matter, baby. Stupid meetings. You never do anything good in these meetings anyway. They really don't. Very rarely do they anything good for these meetings. There you go, getting a good performance from Mr. Quacky. Not yet. Not hiring him. Don't got a reason for it. Don't got a reason for it. You get to talk to the Quackster. Say happy for being good, baby. You did great, dude. Did a good season. Yeah. He's already 3.5 at that position. Natural, accomplished, and natural. Yeah, he's already a beast. He's going to be a beast. And now I gotta fight off all the people that want my good guys, and I gotta fight off the people that want my man, and then I gotta get rid of all my players. It's simple. He ain't going nowhere, baby. He's not for sale. Hartlepool can want him all they want. I don't care. He's not going anywhere. He's staying with me. I brought him in. I got him back. I ain't losing him another year. They already signed him to a contract, so F off, baby. He's mine for another year. And the sad part is, this is exactly what I do. I'm doing nothing different on this off season than I do on any other off season I ever do, online or not. That's hilarious. Sit back and do nothing for the whole season. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Wait. They want to loan him back. So no, he's not a fringe player. He's not a fringe player. He's going to be a squad player. I'll give him squad player better than fringe player. Yeah, he likes that idea. He might actually come play. That's fucking hilarious. So he played for us the whole year. He's on loan for us until the end of the year. They want to loan him back till the end of the season. That's funny. That's hilarious. I hope he signs for us. That would give us a better. That gives us a. He didn't play bad. The problem with Bo was he just didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to make himself like. You know what I mean? He was there and he played good and he helped us, but he wasn't like a standout player. Like, I mean, I know he's a defensive back, a center back, but it's just one of those things. It's like I'm getting him because he's a good player, and I need the good players, and he's going to get better. They can have him back on loan till the end of the season, which will be the end of this season, which will be the beginning of the first season. I think. I don't know if it'll be the whole season or not. Anyway, that's kind of cool. Now I need him to get to do that with Bondo. I'm probably pissed off about Bondo. Gets on my damn nerves. Let me see if I can fix that. Squad. Bondo. Now they went up to, what the fuck, man? Look at this shit. That's crazy. That is crazy. No, I'm not 27. Why would they then? That don't make any sense. They haven't offered him a new contract, have they? No. That's what I don't think he's got a new contract. Yeah, see, that don't make no sense. You can want what you want for him, but you ain't getting it because you didn't offer him a new contract, and that's fucked up. I don't know how that works. I don't know how end of season contracts don't. I don't ever get to sign those, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna fuck with them in this because they're fucking with me and it pisses me off. We're going to declare interest in him. Of course we want to. Why would we not want him back? He's a beast. He's our beast. That's right. Why would you not want him? Why would you not want your top goal scorer and probably your best shooter you have, bar none, as your player? Why would you want him back? Doesn't make no sense not to want him back. So, duh, of course I'm going to want him back. I'm tired of seeing those. PlayStation Plus confirms a bonus game. Ooh. Give me the bonus game. I just want my games, man. That's right. I'll give you $2,000 for him. Dude, he don't have a contract. You must be out of your fucking mind. You're not getting that much. Fuck you. It went from 62 or from 6.2, which I could have swung, to 62 to 68, and then he got a contract on his ass. I don't understand their logic on that. Hi, baby girl. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. What's it doing? Hi, honey. What's the matter, honey? Come on. Come see me. You want to come up here with me? Miss Shadows. Miss Shadows. Shadow. Shadow, shadow, shadow. Shadow. Shadow, shadow. Shadow. There you are. See, I had to move the paper. Huh? Tell me. Gotta move the paper, Dad. What's up, boo-boo? Hmm? What's up? You look tired. Are you sleepy? You got them sleep. She's like looking at me with them sleepy eyes. Oh, sweet pea. Go ahead. Come on. You okay? Are we okay? What you doing, honey? Oh, my precious baby girl. My precious baby girl. She's my baby girl. You're such a sweetie pea. Sweet pea. Sweet peas are sweet pea peas. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. That's the shadow one. My little shadow. She's so precious to me. Hi, baby. What's the matter, huh? Should have called you Shadow Boss. Oh, you like the shadows. She's the shadow. She likes to be the shadow. Yo, what's up? So good, how you doing, baby? Thank you for thank you for the raid, my friend. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good Sunday. I know it's too early for this. LSW Daddy. How you doing, buddy? Was your stream good? Hope it was a good one. Hope you're having a good day. I'm just chilling. Cool, no problem, man. I appreciate you coming in, and I appreciate the raid. I always appreciate the raids. Those are fun no matter what. Hey! Now listen, you can't do that, you goofy shit. Gosh dang little cat come down here attacking everybody. She's gonna get beat up. Fluffy, you going hiding? Oi, I swear. Your chicken's still in there. You better eat it too. Lucky. You hear me? Uh-huh. So I can't believe they're fighting me with this in. This is killing me, man. This is killing me. This is just not a cool thing to do. They want to fight over this guy who they do not have. I don't understand how that works. He's under contract to me. Well, he's under a loan contract to me until the end of the year. And they're wanting to make money, and they're trying to get money for him, and I'm not giving them anything. They can want all they want. As soon as unless they give him a contract, there ain't a damn thing they can do about it. We shall see what happens. I'll get him back one way or the other. I will force my hand. Whiskey. Come here, Whiskey. I know what she is. I can see, you know. My eyes actually work. Somewhat. Boring long day of going through off season. This is what we do. This is how fun. This is how much fun we have. But yeah, we're gonna cruise through this here, and just have to see. Whiskey, don't bite her hand like that. She didn't. She just telling you she wants to do something. Come here, baby. Come here, silly girl. What's up, Miss Whiskey, Mr. Whiskey, whichever one you are. I know. Hi, buddy. Hi, Whiskey.
She fell out of the window.
Huh? What do you mean she? Hey.
She was up on top of the air conditioner.
And she fell.
And she fell
off to the floor. You make it sound like she fell out the window.
No.
You cannot have that. That is not yours to play with. No, that is not yours to play with. That was messed up. She jumped off my knee and jumped through her legs. That was hit the ground in between her legs and ran off in the middle. Trying to eat my necklace. We can't have that. Oh yes, we are getting Mr. Bo. Take care of one little problem I didn't have to deal with. The Bowman is staying. So hopefully we can turn him into we got to just improve a few things in the defense and we'll be okay. I got an idea for that. I haven't done it and I never really do it, but I think I'm gonna. Yeah, y'all don't think so. Y'all keep wanting to do this, but we'll see what goes on here. End of season. I'll tell you what, we'll give you 40% of this and we will pay you. That's what we're going to get here for. You're not getting it. There's nobody else making offers for him. There's nobody interested in him but us. And y'all keep thinking you're going to get some money for him? I don't think so. I think he's going to stick with me. Won't be me trying to be a pain in the ass and it ain't going to work. Hey, you, where'd you go? You stay out of that stuff. What the hell you doing back there? Come on. Come on. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going down there? Can't be tearing up my stuff. You brat. Ooh, I swear. DJ, what's up, buddy? I am doing all right, man. I'm just trying to stay cool. It's not been too bad so far today, but you know, it's only in mid 70s, late upper 70s right now. So we've been getting lucky today. We had a bunch of storms last night, kept our temperature down. So it rained hard for a little while. We're just cruising through the off season. It's slow. Now listen, we ain't gonna do this. You stay out of the trash. Don't look at me. You go like this and then try to hit me on top of the head and then look up at me. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? You little shit. You can't do that. You're not allowed to be in the trash bag. I know, you're a nutcase. It can be helped. Ow! Now stop, man. That hurts. You don't do that to somebody. Here, take this monkey so I can get back to what I'm doing. Behave, in that case.
She is a
No problem, ma'am. Yeah, she ain't as adorable as you think you are. Hey, dude, I got a reason for that. My mom has multiple sclerosis. Yeah, I try to raise money. I do different charities every month, depending on if there's one for the month, I'll do that charity. But if there's not, it'll either be the American Heart Association because of my health, thyroid. My neighbor picks now to decide to do the lawn. I do thyroid issues. I do diabetes issues because that's me. And oh, really, dude? Hey. My mom is 75 years old, and she's in the nursing home now because she can't walk. She hasn't walked for probably 4 years. She's been wheelchair bound. She has, like, her brain scans. There's lesions all over her brain from multiple sclerosis. So we do that. We do American Heart Association. We do diabetes. We do childhood cancer because the reason that I got started in this, dude, you've already got the top of the hill, go down. The reason I got started in streaming in the first place was because my 13-year-old cousin died from osteocarcinoma, and I didn't really get to know him well, but what I did know of him, the few times I did get to talk to him, he was like an amazing kid. He went through so much shit when he was a child, from the age 8 to 13 when he passed. It was crazy, but yeah. Always. And I actually about 3 months, it was about 6 months after I started streaming, we had a party for my one other cousin, the different family cousins, but my cousin, and we never thought she would get married, but she's getting married, or she got married, and we had this little family get together, and I actually got to see Colin's mom and dad, and they sat beside us while we were eating, and his wife, my actual cousin, got up to go talk to my aunt, and his mom was asking me some questions, and I told her what was going on. She started crying. I said, "Don't cry." I said, "That's not, I mean, I understand," but, and she's just like, "Thank me for doing that." And I was like, "It's what we do," because I can't do anything myself. That's the problem. I'm on disability, so I can't help by doing things more than that. So, you know. Dude, you gotta stop getting so into that racing, man. Wow. Yeah, I haven't shown this for a while, but I have you can probably still see, well, you might not be able to see the scars well anymore, but I have a defibrillator right there in my chest, a defibrillator pacemaker, because I personally I had congestive heart failure in 2011. And they put this thing in because my heart was only working at about 25% of what it's supposed to. So they got me back up to about 50%, but the rest of the body's gone. Yeah, I haven't had a heart attack, and if this thing works the way it's supposed to, they did it because with the heart problems that I have a slight murmur and congestive heart failure. Basically what that means is your heart, instead of looking like a lump, mine looks like a drinking horn from Viking days, because the bottom of it's kind of elongated and bent a little, so it's larger than it's supposed to be, and it doesn't work as well as it's supposed to. So they put this in because there's an actual thing called sudden cardiac death that can happen, and this will, if you ever see me sitting here and I act like I'm getting beat up, or I look like I got knocked back by a ghost, it's not a ghost, it's this thing giving me a jolt. So I talk about that every once in a while because I like people to know. Because I don't want people to sit there and see me going like like that or something, and thinking it was because I'm having a fit. I'm not having a fit. I guess I kind of am having a fit. But yeah, we try to do a charity every month. Last month we did American Heart Association. I don't know if there's one for July. But if there's one for July, we'll do that. If not, we'll do probably either diabetes or some form of child cancer research. We do breast cancer awareness in January, either January or February, and sometimes March. They can't make up their mind which one they do because they've done it in different months. But we do the American Heart Association one. I do whatever one I can find, and if anybody out there has one that they want done, all they got to do is let me know, and I'll raise money for a charity. I have no problem with doing that. And the money, like, I put up the money because if you guys use the charity function on Twitch, you can't just put in that you want to do it. You have to actually set a amount, and that's the way I just set it at 500 because it's just easy to do. I don't really care if you can give $1. I don't care if you give a dime. I don't care if you give a penny, because what people don't understand about these charities and the things that they do, every single little freaking point counts, because everything can be helpful. Nice, dude. That's awesome. I love that because, you know, it's one of those things that, like I told people, you know, and then like I do on my merch channel or on my merch store, I have a T-shirt for this fundraiser. It's got a little. I couldn't find a bigger symbol, which kind of made me mad. But I found the biggest one I could get to work in their graphics thing. It's the American. It's a guy. If you look at my merch store, which is linked below on my, it's one of my links. There's a T-shirt there that has June 2025 at the bottom. Above that, it has the Multiple Sclerosis Society symbol. On the front, it's got my little man. And everything that we do from that, if we sell 10 of those, all those profit will be put into the profit. I changed the way I do it is if I have a charity and I sell something for that charity, I personally take it out of my Social Security on the 3rd. So my charities run from the 3rd to the 3rd. So if I sell 10 of those shirts on the 3rd, I will take the amount of profit for those 10 shirts and put it into the charity. Those shirts are always there. I've got to add the one back. I had to change merch companies because they stopped doing it and they took part of my stuff over, but they didn't take it all. And I have the one for the American Heart Association that I actually own. Let me show you that. Hold on. This is what the one from the old one from the American Heart Association looked like. I can figure out what I'm doing here. On the back, it has Help Save a Life, American Heart Association. Can't remember why, I know you can't read it, but it does say Help Save. It says American Heart Association, Help Save a Life. That was on the back. On the front of it is this, and it's kind of the same thing. This is a long sleeve tee. The other one's a regular tee, but I have a bucket hat and I have a regular hat and a cup and T-shirts and sweatshirts, and there's all kinds of stuff. They've got like over 400 items I can put on there, but I always do one charity for whatever charity I'm doing it for, and that charity one stays there, and anytime any of them are sold, those profits all go to the charity. Because like I said, if it wasn't for the American Heart Association, I wouldn't have this thing, and I may not be here, because I can guarantee you if I had the same amount of energy that I used to have before they put this thing in, there's no way I could do this as much as I do. Not even close. But you know, it's one of those things where charities are a big deal for me. I don't think Martin's going anywhere. Yeah, Martin's going away. Bye, Martin. Yep, we'll accept that. You can talk to them, baby, because you're not going to have a contract soon. Well, of course he's lacking. He's hurt. Why would I? Different marsh. Different marsh. But yeah, they, no problem, dude. Take your time. You ain't got to worry about that. You're here. I know you're here. You can do what you got to do, man. We always got to worry about finishing up. But yeah, we, you know, like I said, I don't ask for, I'm not the normal kind of streamer that goes around asking for donations for me or for the regular donations. Although I do have those links there, because it's just, you know, it's like everything else. We do this because we try to make our lives a little bit better. Um, I don't care if you come and hang out. You can come and hang out and not say a word. Say hi, hang out, lurk. I have no problem with it. Thank you for the lurk, by the way. And you know, that's just what we do. I don't worry about it. If you come in and I don't give you a shout out, feel free to shout yourself out. You can hit the apostrophe, the exclamation point SO space at sign and your name or anybody else's name that you think needs a shout out. They could use a hand in being seen. You feel free to do that. I have no problem with self promotion in my stream. I'm here to help people, and that's what I try to do. So I don't have an issue with that stuff. That's just me, though. You know, I'm different. I'm a different streamer. I don't try to do the same. You know, I want to someday make it to the point where I can be a partner. The only thing I got left to do to partner is to get the 75 per viewers average, which is someday will happen hopefully. But you know, we try to. You know, the reason I got started was to raise money for people and to help other people try to get where they want to be. Because you know, I'm happy every day when I wake up because you know a lot of people have problems and as many problems as I have with my health that I do have, I could be really in a different place that I never get to because I don't let myself get there. At least I try not to anyway. Willoughby is set for a move to Ashby Ivanhoe. Well, see you, Willoughby. You know what? I will replace everybody that wants to go. They can go. Y'all can. Yeah, look. Now you went back up 5,000. What's up with that? No. I'll give you $2,000. All right. You know what? I'll be kind. I'll go to 2.5. I'll go to 2.5. Dude, you ain't got. They're paying him 110 per. Woo, that's crazy. Oh boy, they're nuts. They ain't. That just don't make no sense. That makes no sense. Uh-oh, you're in trouble now. You did it. She knows you're in trouble. That's cool, dude. No problem, bro. Take your time. Take your time. We're just cruising. There's going to be absolutely no action other than this the rest of the day until I can get to the end of the month because this is our this is the off season. I almost did this offline last night, but honestly, when I got done with my stream yesterday, I closed the computer down for a bit, and it never came back on until this morning. I just didn't feel like messing with it, so then I went ahead and was I played a little bit of ESO, but that was just to get my. I ended up not doing as much. I did do a little bit. I'm trying to get everybody caught up to where I know what they're doing because there's so much to do on some of these folks that don't even make any sense. Like I was playing with my female that someone actually brought into the game. She won a contest and got to choose the player and made a player up. And I've got like 3 things going on with her too that I didn't even realize I had going on. When you're a year and a half from playing a game, trying to remember where the hell you are when you were out that beginning at 3.5 years can be a pain in the ass. Good Lord, there's so much going on. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? That's bullshit. I'm not giving you 50% of the next sale. Cool. Dude, you ain't got to worry about that shit. You don't have to tell me what you're doing every step of the way. I know you're here. That's cool. Oh, my nose. Oh. Wow. The beater. Yeah, I think this will be the last year we'll do the off season. I think we'll do the off season on offline from now on because it takes away from the fun of the game. Well, it don't take away from the fun of the game. It gives me time to sit back and chill and ramble on and on and on and on and on. Somebody's getting a new contract. Somebody's getting a new contract. I'll be glad when this damn we got weather until the end of the month or till the 3rd. We had a heat wave until yesterday or Friday, It was supposed to break, which was supposed to break Thursday, which was supposed to break Wednesday. Now we got this thing that came through last night. Like I said, right now it is a mere 80 degrees out. So it's starting to get to that point. It's going to go to 87 today, but there's thunderstorms in the area, so we could get lucky and get more rain. But we got lucky yesterday, and it rained from, well, if you were here yesterday, you heard it. It started raining on my stream, and I had to actually turn it down. And hey, they're 12th. They don't have a winning season, but well, actually they do have a winning season because they're 10-17 and 10-7 and 16. So they are actually have a winning record. They have more wins or ties than they do losses, I guess. But that's still good for this team being filled with my under 18 squad. Oh, you're down to 47.5. I will go to 3,000. It's the best I can do, baby. I will negotiate with you until the end of the days, until they either drop out and then I'll ask him to loan him back. But then when he's coming in, he ain't going to be there anyway. Woohoo! No taxes this year. Yeah, we got a 1-year sponsorship deal for 11.5. We lost a point. We lost 2,000, or actually 200 off the sponsorship. Where's our finances? What are we doing now? We make any money yet? Nah, we're still 31,000 in the hole. We have 14,000 left to spend on payroll, but that's because we have all those people still on it. Once I lose all the people that aren't getting paid right now, we should be good. Scouting budget 23,000. No scouting to be done. Oh, I think we'll change that. Let's go. We're gonna scout double 10. That'll leave us an extra, a little bit extra. Let's get us some players, fellas. You got to find me some. I don't care if you get done, all those guys by the end of the season, find me some new players, because when the season starts, I want to have about 10 new players come in, fill the spots that don't need anymore, and kick their ass. Yeah, we weren't. I'm gonna tell you what. I live in Ohio. I live on the eastern side of Ohio, right beside. I mean, I'm where Pennsylvania. If you look at a map, and you see Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia, where they all come together at that one spot. I live about 20 miles from that. And last night I was watching. There's a guy I watch on YouTube called it's Max Velocity. He's a kid that just graduated from meteorology school. He's a meteorologist. He's a real meteorologist now, but he's done this. He's been doing this thing forever, and he was. There were storms in North Dakota last night. There was a stovepipe tornado that went through. That was like just as the night was getting done. When it was dark here, about at 10 o'clock. It's only like 7 o'clock there, and it was still visible. And man, that was crazy. But those storms that are up there might be coming our way in the next day or two. So I always pay attention to that, because the storms that happen in the Midwest and the plains always come our way eventually. But yeah, I'm hoping that we get some more rain today, because it's not been fun for me. It's like I woke up this morning. It wasn't hot. I just woke up this morning with that feeling that it's kind of like, how it happens when at the end of a long heat wave you get that first cool day, and it's like, oh look, it's nice now. I don't want to get up. That's what it felt like today for me. Well, we should be the best team in the league next year. There's 2 of them are gone. That leaves us with the other ones ahead of us. But we split with them, and if we can get our shit together this year and not split with people, we'll be okay. We should be okay this year. I got a good feeling about it. I need a couple players on defense. If I can get a couple good players on defense, to hell with the rest of it. We'll have our defense humming. All right, let's see. First of all, we're going to change to our tactic that we are going to use this year. That is a decent team like that, but it's not the team I want. Where's he at? put him in there as a wing back. Where's my boys at? Paige is there. Lothar, you're not going to be there, son. It's going to actually be Quacky, the Quacky man. I'm going to play ball-winning midfielder. Where's my boy Joe Fat? Oh, this is going to be a problem, possibly. Mr. Joke, are you going to have a spot? Not necessarily. Well, we'll figure that out as it goes. But we're going to have Harper, who can play this position, huh? Yeah, he can, but do I want to keep him there, or do I want to put him in no-nonsense forward? You're going to put it in there for that. I don't want a Denny He there. We're going to put the Quack Man in there, because that's where I want him at, is my shadow striker. Gonna be a shadow striker. Then he can play that position, and then that leaves us no room for my boy. It's just preliminary looking at, because this is going to change completely once the season starts. Who won it this year? And we got a new scouting budget. We'll be good there. We'll be scouting level 10. So we're going to be trying to find out some players that can fit into the defense where we want them. Get them going. We really haven't officially gone on vacation yet, because they got that last game coming up. This game right here keeps us from going on vacation completely, because I could still use my my main team on that if I wanted to, which I don't. I should do that. I should let my players play in that last match. Just for one match. I should do that, but I'm not gonna. Hey, we made it to the playoff finals. We got beaten in a penalty shootout, which disappointing. Shouldn't have been, but you know how that goes. Yeah, we get, trust me, dude. Oh, my other favorite team around here. Look at that. I could go far. I could be coach of the Riverhounds. Oh, that's funny. But, no, you trust me, dude. You don't want to be in a tornado. I've been in a straight line wind, and we had a wind came in at about 110 mile an hour. It wasn't officially a tornado, but it was what's called a straight line wind. And it was scariest. It was in Indiana. And the sad part is, I lived in Fort Wayne, Indiana at the time where my daughter was born back in '88, and the sirens went off and everything. And I lived, like, there was a Nichols Bread Bakery down at the end of our street, and it kind of was like a one way in front of our house, and then the other opposite way was down there. And 2 streets down from us, one of the houses got knocked over. The wind was so strong. I don't know if it was I never really went down that street, so I don't know if it was one of those houses that was about to fall in anyway, but that was some scary shit. You know what, baby, we can keep doing this. How about I just offer you nothing? We're going back to the nothing. I just keep going. I'll unsettle his ass so he wants to come play for us. You can kiss my ass, you're not getting it. That's ridiculous. I should be able to. I don't know why I can't offer him a contract. I should be able to offer him a contract because he's in the last year of his contract and they haven't given him a new one. You find out so many different trades and stuff that go on, man. It ain't even funny. It's great, though. I love this time of year. Oh, I'll tell you what, though. Go on to YouTube. If you got YouTube, go on and look up Max Velocity, MAX space Velocity, and you'll see some tornadoes, you'll see hurricanes, you'll see all that good stuff, because he's on almost anytime there's a severe weather outbreak or a severe storm or something. He has storm chasers that are out chasing the storms and stuff. And I still remember a couple years ago there was a crew from one of the major networks had a a team out that was ended up killed, and they had a tornado that we actually saw live. You might actually be able to find it on his back stuff. But this tornado took out a crew that had been like around forever. But what had happened was it was moving to the east, and then all of a sudden it moved north, and they didn't know what was going on, and they got caught in it, and it ended up killing 3 people in a car, and those guys were around for a long time. And yeah, it's one of those things where you can find that stuff you can look at that stuff, and they show it live. Like last night, there was a tornado, and it was really weird because they were in the middle of nowhere in North Dakota, but there was this tornado, and then one house was in the path of the tornado, and somehow the tornado did not hit that house. It went around it. It literally went like that. The house was sitting here, and it literally went like this, up the side and around it. And they hit a barn, but it didn't hit the house. Yeah, we get some pretty wicked thunderstorms here. I've had some really weird thunderstorms, like the time our power went out. You literally could not see. You literally could not see past my front porch, was only 2 foot wide. It was that windy and that bad, and it looked like a hurricane. And we lost power for 36 hours. So it's one of those things where, yeah, they're fun to. I'm getting rid of you. I gotta cut down my. Buckle got a new contract. Evans got a new contract. Jones got a new contract. I gotta start cutting down on my. Yeah, we got some people actually getting done here. Here we go. We even got some loans. See, we may have to do the loans again. I'll get rid of that. Oh, see, they don't want to do that. They want me to sit by him now. Well, dude, I'm gonna tell you, you're not getting what you want. I will give you 0 for him. We will fight this out until his contract runs out. And if he keeps coming, then he keeps coming. He'll eventually either sign for you or come to me, or something will happen. I'm not going to go out without a fight. I'm getting Bondo back one way or the other. Yeah, the weather around here is crazy. Then I live probably 16 hours, 18 hours from the coast. Well, I live 8 hours from the East Coast, give or take a little bit, maybe 10, depending on how you go. If you go straight across through Pennsylvania, over through New Jersey and to the coast, you probably take you about 12 hours. If you go south down, it depends. I know to where my brother lives is about a 16-hour drive. And then to get to the Gulf Coast, it's probably 18 to 20. Well, you gotta look. You ain't looking enough on YouTube, man. They got YouTube videos all over the place of tornadoes. Like I said, they will see. You will see if you watch his show for 1 week of times that he's on, because he doesn't do the broadcast every day. He does it for the weather, and he does it to help people because he has there's a weather app that he has. It's called Omega. It's Omega, I think, something like that. And it does, like, it gives you everything, and it's a paid. You can get it and use part of it for free, but the rest of it costs. And he's got all these guys on there, and it's got like cameras that you can look at, the weather cameras everywhere in that. He even does stuff, he'll talk about other countries too, just depending on what's going on. I remember last year during one of the storm things, you guys over in England were having a bad time too, and he was actually talking about it, and like they actually had a water spout in New Zealand a couple days ago while they were on the thing. He was talking about it. I was like, this is crazy. But yeah, they had he goes and talks about all that stuff. But yeah, if you just look up United States tornadoes on YouTube, you'll see everything you want to see. But like where we are, It depends on how it comes in, but if it comes in between Louisiana and Texas and go and continue straight up, any remnants of the hurricanes that come through will hit us. We don't get hurricanes, but we get like the tropical rains and the depressions, and they come with, and it can get to be a little rough up here. I remember probably 4 years ago we had a really bad summer from it, but I watch it. I watch them because I like to keep. I've got friends all over the place, but I like to keep an eye on it to see what's going on, and basically because of what I am and how my life is and the way I live my life, I love watching nature. I just put it here. I believe. I think this is the right. You go to the dude's name is Max Velocity, and it's on YouTube. That's his name. If you go look him up from Max Velocity, I'm pretty sure you'll find it. What are you doing? You licking my shirt. There's nothing on my shirt for you to lick, silly girl. Miss Peaches is back. My babies. My baby Peaches. My baby Peaches. My baby Peachy. I got you. What the hell was that? She on high alert, boy. Noise gets made in the dining room, and she's like, I love my cats because they do that shit for me. Oh, I don't underestimate nature. Like last night, I'm looking up out this window looking for them storms. I like to keep an eye on that stuff because I definitely respect every part of nature. She can be a very, very vengeful person if she wants to be. Regardless, don't mess with it. Don't mess with Mother Nature, because Mother Nature will make you a whipped on child in a heartbeat. She will have your ass. Hey, 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 what are you doing? Here we go. My block. Are you having fun? Are you having fun in there? Huh? Multi man won the cup too. Damn, they made a double. I'll be damned. Hi, pretty girl. Oh, my huggers. Oh, the hugs. Oh, it's hugs. Oh, give me the shakes. Oh, there she is. Give me some loves. I see that smile on your face, you goofy shit. I know you love me. I love you too, my babies. My little baby girl. I see you, pretty baby. My pretty baby. There you go. Digging in, but she put her head in my arm. I don't know why she likes to do that so much, but every time, and look at her chin. Look at my new beard. I got peach-colored beard. You're so weird. You're so weird. You're so weird. Little weirdo. You're almost as weird as I am. Almost. Not quite. I can't see past your head. I can't see past your head. Oh, he's not going to go anywhere yet, but he will eventually because eventually his contract's going to run out. Hey, back down to 49. Hey, how about we give you 0? You must be out of your mind. You're getting nothing for him. Until I see that he signs a new contract with you, you ain't getting shit from him. Sorry, Bubba, it ain't gonna happen. You can want and want and want all you want, but until he signs a contract with you, he's open game in about a month and a half. So bite me. I will continue this game with you for a month and a half if I have to, just because I can. She is definitely a beautiful cat. She's the twin sister of the cat that's in my picture on Discord. That we had to, that I had to let go because he had leukemia. But they're almost, the only difference between the two of them is the peach color in her face. They're identical. Identical. She's my little baby. I think she's the of the first crew. Legs, her legs, Midnight, or her legs, Fluffy and Gray, uh, were all born with the first group we had with mamas, and then we had Lucky, and then we got the other two like 3 years later when we moved here. But yeah, she's definitely the small one. Oh wow, nice. Yeah, I've got 7 in total, and the little kittens makes 8. But I don't know how long the little kitten will be here until she leaves or whatever she decides to do. She'll be here. But yeah, my babies are my babies. They come first. There she is. See the coloration up here? That's the only difference between Mr. Midnight or Mr. Legs and her. I called him Legs because when he was born, he kind of walked weird. His back legs didn't seem to want to work right, but they eventually did. But yeah, these are my babies. Mama's makes. I got her five, or her 4. The other 2 and her makes 7. She's only a couple years older than these guys, so I don't know exactly how old she is. We're figuring she's like 2.5, maybe 3 years older. So that would put her like between. She's anywhere from 9.5 to 11. I just don't know for sure. Because we when we got her, we moved back to from California, and she was in a house that she was in the house that I used to live in before I moved, way back when I was first married, and my dad still owned it. And the people who lived there moved out. We needed a place to stay because we didn't have a house, and we were staying in another house he owned that he was trying to sell. So we moved across the street, moved in there, found the mama. She was on the back porch. She was a nice little cat, and we bring her in the house. And when she had to go to the bathroom, it was like a dog. She'd go knock on the door or go stand by the door. So we'd let her out, and then she'd come back. And we brought her in because we were there late September, late October, and it was cold out, and she was pregnant. So never had any intentions in keeping the cats, but nice. Lilith, the queen, the queen of demons. The first. That's crazy. I love that name though. That's cool. Vaughn Sampson got a new contract. Are you gonna be worth anything, Vaughn, or are you just gonna be another one of those guys? You're gonna be worth something. Look at you, almost ready to wake it up. My boy getting a chance to come up pretty soon too. These guys are all getting good. Aaron Fleming. Fleming? Bye, Fleming. You can go, baby. I don't. You can buy. See ya. Don't wanna be ya. Loan offers for Topley. Now this could come in handy. No. See, you got to go and do this stupid shit, don't you? See, fellas, here's how these loans work. We do not give you a loan unless you pay for it, because I'm not paying for it. Reject. Yep. I'm not paying any money for him. Reject. If you want him, you come individually and you make it negotiable, because I'm not paying for his salary. You want him, you pay for him. Reject. That's easy enough. Not paying him. Even $95 is not paying. That's more money than I want to spend. And reject. Bye. You might be interested, son, but you ain't going nowhere unless they give me a good deal. I'm not going to pay for your salary. They want you, they can have you, but they got to pay for it. You do know the story of Lilith, right? Oh, look, they keep negotiating. They keep wanting that money, and they just ain't going to get it, son. I'm sorry, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. It's not happening. I'll keep that alive until the end of time, boy. Y'all are stupid. I gotta fix all that because that's not working like it used to. The raids don't come up on my thing, and they're supposed to. I got a bunch of stuff I need to fix. I can't wait till I get to this. Like I said, my whole week next week got screwed up. I was supposed to go to the doctor on Friday. They moved it till Wednesday, which is the second. And then I turned out yesterday 10 minutes before the 10 minutes before my stream yesterday, I found out a good close friend of mine died, and the funeral was on Wednesday. So now I was hoping to go north on Wednesday to a place to try to get a temporary reprieve for this computer situation. And now I don't think I'm going to get to do that because now I have to go do this. So I'm going to try to do two birds, one stone if I can get my dad to do it. I'm going to try to go up there and hit the viewing or no, I'm not going to the actual funeral because it's for family and only, but I definitely want to go to the visiting hours from 3 to 5. So, but then it's kind of cool because I was going to order from pizza over there and have it delivered, but this time I can just pick it up since I'll be there. That's kind of crazy. Yesterday was a weird day. Seemed like every time I turned around, my news feed was giving me news about somebody in the area getting a motorcycle was hit by a box truck, two SUVs got hit by people driving in an SUV in a town that I worry about because it's where my son and daughter and his wife and his girlfriend travel back and forth to work. He's already been in one accident, and I kind of was like worried about that. They had an accident, and then there was another shooting, and then there was a drug bust. Yeah, they drug busted a bunch of people last night. It's been a weird week. I'm just be glad when tomorrow comes. Tomorrow's the 30th. It's the last day of the month, and we can get closer to me being happy to do what I can do. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try to go up and get that so I can get this temporarily fixed around until I can get a better system, because I know I'm not going to be able to get the system that I really want there anyway. So yeah, we're working on it. Hopefully come Thursday when I get online, I'll have back to everything the way I want it. I'll have my sounds back. I'll have a different intro. I'm gonna keep the one I got for me. I like that. Ah, he's a cool looking dude, man. It's so surprising how close he looks. I have to put a price on his head. Y'all keep waiting and going. So that's the thing I don't understand, how I got to be reading that contract wrong, because it doesn't make any sense that they're trying to get a contract for him when he doesn't have a contract with them. Oh, I don't think so. We're going to remove you from our thing here. See, the bad part is, what happens is all these people that you scout and you have on your, if you have marked on your list of players to keep and keep an eye on, your short list, they keep getting redone, so it takes money out of your coffer. The only true way to do it is not to. I hate when that happens. Not the shortlisting. What are you doing? Well, come here. Come on. What are you staring at, you goofy nut? Oh, I got a little bit of a hiccup. My Peaches is back. What you doing, hon? Get up here. You want to get up there? Oh, what's the matter, sad eyes? She just has the saddest eyes. It's not even funny. She can look at me and break my heart in like 2 seconds just by looking at me with them eyes. You crazy little thing, you. You okay? You okay, boo-boo? What's the matter? What's the matter with you? Where's everybody? I don't see. I know where Lucky's at. Lucky, you can come out from there. She's gone. She went back upstairs. The biggest, meanest cat I got is Lucky, and she's not mean. She just likes. She's very territorial, and normally, like when Gray escapes the house for a little while, he comes back in. She'll give him hell. She'll hiss at him for a bit to let him know that it wasn't a good thing. But for this little kitten, for whatever reason, she will not deal with this kitten. She just runs from him. So we're going until the 22nd of June. So we've got we got a month and 4 days before they come back. Keller can go. I don't need Keller. Oh, look at you. Keep trying. You guys are so cute. You're so cute. Now I gotta look him up for a minute because this don't make any sense. Oh, that's why. He is there till 27. Okay, I was looking at that wrong, so I do got to try to. I'm not gonna be able to get him that way. I'll tell you what we'll do here. We're gonna keep going, and we're gonna. You know what? We're gonna make this turn. We're gonna accept it. We'll accept the demands. And then when he turns down coming to us, I'll hit him for a loan again. Yeah, that's how we do that. I was thinking I was going based off his contract, and I just realized that that wasn't the contract. That's my contract with him. Yeah, they just signed him to a new contract. That's what sucks. And now I have to wait a little bit. I got to the end of the period, and I'm gonna see if I can. I know he's not gonna come now. He signed that damn contract, and that sucks. Damn it! Damn it to hell! So we're gonna have to replace him, which I don't have anybody to do that with. I will find a player to either loan in again or. And the people will bitch because I didn't get to re-sign him. They do that shit. They'll get mad. You should have re-signed him. I know I should have re-signed him, but I couldn't re-sign him because he didn't want to come play for us anymore. He didn't want to sign a contract with me. Besides, I couldn't have afforded the 60 grand. I had to give up my whole entire contract. I had to give up everything for that. The only way I could do that is I could offer them like 2,000 now, and then 2,000 a month for the next 30 months, and I might be able to do that. But I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I'm gonna wait till closer to the time for him to go. I'll wait till the beginning of the month, and then we'll try to offer his loan again. See what happens. I know it ain't gonna happen probably, but we gotta try. I must bring back the Bondo. Oh, that kind of sucks. Sad part is I made him better. They sent him to me, and I made him better. How about that crap? He became a superstar for us. Well, okay, so yeah, it can be complicated to a point, but once you learn I mean, like, you can make it as uncomplicated as you want. Because what you can do is, in the staff here, you can go in the staff department and you can do this responsibilities, and you can turn over everything you want to make their responsibilities. They can do everything that has to do with, you can have them do transfers and contracts so you don't have to. They can do the media, they can do the training, they can do the tactics, they can do everything. All you got to do is sit back and play games. I mean, I could literally turn this team over to my entire staff if I wanted to. And yeah, like I said, it can be a little bit complicated, but uh, it's definitely not like playing FC or Madden or NFL, or the NCAA. There's so much more to it, but it once you start doing it, there are great tutorials that come in the game, so you can literally go in and learn how to do the game, and it will help you learn how to play it. And once you start doing it, honestly, all it is a manipulation of spreadsheets. That's all it is, really. There was a guy that actually went in and made a spreadsheet to actually play this game. I don't remember where it was, but he actually used it in Excel and just reduplicated the game in Excel. And he did a hell of a job with it too. But that's basically all it is. There's this stuff, all this extra stuff that you see on the game is all smoke and mirrors. Basically, it's just ways to manipulate your your team is done in an Excel screen, and all that stuff is done in there. And they just use spreadsheet calculations to do everything. All the rest of the stuff is just fancy. I am going to take a quick break. I'm going to set this on its way, and I will be right back. Hold that thought. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I lied. It's hot. Yeah, it definitely could be a complicated game, but oh look, Weymouth. Now look. Now this is what it's talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Bath City offered me a job. Where's Bath City at? Bath City is in the National League South. 2 or 3 levels ahead of us. They're offering me a job. I don't think so. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I don't want to be from Bath City. So we're going to decline that one. Decline. And where's Weymouth? Weymouth probably in the same place. Yep, they're in the same league. Ah, that's funny. That's funny to me. So we got another one for the South, which we will be to in a couple years. Check that out, man. Where's Weymouth? Weymouth is right there, and Bath City was there. Actually, we're getting relegated. They wanted to bring me into a team that was getting relegated. I don't think so. No. I don't think so. You play for? I don't think we're playing for the same place. Nah, that's not gonna happen. I don't care. You're not playing for the same team. You're not playing for a team we're going to have to play against. It does. I mean, if you've ever played a sports game, it's not as hard and not as much as you might think it is. Uh, it looks confusing because if you haven't really played a sports simulation game before, it can be very much so. I don't even remember what I said. I didn't say the one I wanted to say though. Know that I pushed the wrong button there. Ah well. Y'all better keep me happy. That's all I can tell you because I got people from higher up wanting me to play. uh, See, that's like when I watch people play shooters, they seem complicated to me. Not because they're complicated to play, but because of all the different things you got to keep track of. I just don't like them. I can't see well enough to play a shooter. I'd be like this in the screen, trying to see what the hell I was doing. I love watching them though. I just don't have, which is kind of funny because, uh, I started playing when I first, besides playing Madden, which most of the games I played before I got my computer was Madden and either Skyrim before I started playing ESO. And in Skyrim, every character I ever had ended up being a stealthy bowman. That was what it was, which in essence is a shooter, just an old-fashioned shooter. And it was just that way because that was such the best character to play was a crazy ass hunter with the stealthy bowman. And when I play ESO, I only have 2 characters that don't use ranged weapons. So to say I don't like shooters, I guess is a misnomer because it's not that I don't like shooters. I don't like war type shooters because my people are all shooters. Whoa, Benfica won the World League. Go ahead, Benfica. Benfica won the World League. You the man. Huh. Kind of cool. But yeah, it's I don't know. There's some games like I was watching Amy. She's playing. That was the first. She's playing. The hell is she playing? I forget what she's playing now. But that was the first PlayStation 4 I ever bought. Came with that game, the original game, and I got it because I wanted rock. I wanted Rock Band, not Rock Band. I wanted a Guitar Hero. And the one that I wanted, they didn't have the Guitar Hero one, so I ended up buying that one. And then we ended up buying Guitar Hero and got all. I had everything. I had the drums, 2 guitars. That was 17 years ago, more than that, probably. Yeah, it was more than that. It was probably no, it would have been 2009. So it was like 16 years ago. We've come a long way since then. But I still got my PlayStation 4. Go me. Not the same one, but I still got a PlayStation 4. When PlayStation 7 comes out, I'll have a PlayStation 5. maybe, if I'm lucky. I need to win the lottery. I need to win the lottery. I won $10 the other day on a card I bought from my mom that I forgot to give to her. She told me I could play it. Luckily, I got $10 out of it. I was like, nice. So I made $10. Actually won $10 because it wasn't my money that bought it. That puts me in the scratch offs. I'm probably about $600 up over the years because I don't play them very often. And I usually, if I play them, if I spend $2 on the original ticket and I win anything above that, I will keep the profit and play. Like if I win $10, I would have played another two to keep going, but I would have kept the 8 back. So I always make money from them.
Well, with you not reading your scratch off right, you would see something that would be like $1,000 win, and you probably think it was
no,
like
because no, dude, that was not it. That one was hard to read. I don't usually play those kind. It was a bingo one or a word spell bingo. My mom loves those games. I think the biggest win I ever had, and this kind of pissed me off because I was waiting in line one time and I had a $10 winner and I bought 2 tickets with it and I won a $50 on that. So I took out of there like $60. And I wanted to buy a ticket and the guy in front of me was buying the same tickets, but he only wanted 2 and they gave him 3, so he bought the third one, which would have been mine, which was a $500 winner. I was so mad. I was like, that's not cool, man. That would have been nice to have. I want to someday just buy a whole roll and see how much money I can win. Hi, mamas. So mamas is up here to say hi. She's up here floating around with me today. There she is. There's the beautiful mamas. Beautiful mamas sitting on the chair. You okay, baby? Hi, mommies. Hi, mommies. What you doing, huh? Where you going? You can't come down here, huh? Hi, baby. Where you going? No, you can't leave me. Now she's gonna go sit on this arm. What's the matter? Did I make you mad? Silly mamas. Silly mamas. I know, you're so silly. Oh, you can act like you're mad, but I know better than that. I'll get back up there. She tried that. That's where they got it from, is her mama, because she gives me that same look. And then she turns that into the deadpan look with the eyes, the eyelids going straight across the top, going, motherfucker, I know you up to something. What you up to, boy? Fleming in a GNP Sports jersey. Could be. That is not one of the guys I'm keeping. This time I have to make sure, because a lot of times when you have people on contracts like this, it'll bring up, here before too long, it'll bring up a thing and tell me who's left to go and who's not. If you don't plan on re-signing them, you have to set them for release, because if you don't set them for release, they could stay on your payroll and play at a per game thing. They'll kind of go into a contract that they'll make money if they play, but they cost you money in the end, and I don't want to do that. So anybody that I'm not keeping will be gone. I gotta look at this for a minute and make sure that I got everybody where I want them to be. My under 21s and under 8 and reserves are on my squad anyway. These are the guys I want to see. White House is going to get moved up, moved to the senior squad, and Maurice Aldman is going to be moved to the senior squad. So those are the other 2 guys that are coming up right now. Oh, I'm wrong. Kaylee Harmon to the senior squad. Alright, we're going to quick pick these guys and get them off the list. They are gone. That's a damn good team. They finished 12th in the under 18s and only their second season there, and they're not in that same quality. So that tells you 2 things. I've got a hell of an under 18 coach, or my tactics are unstoppable. we could have a very interesting team this year, because we already have Jof and Quacky and Page and Denny, who are starters, who are going to be playing a lot in next season. But I just brought up 3 guys that actually could get a lot of playing time. So we could have up to 7. We could have up to 3/4 of our team. You know, with 70% of our team could be under our could be youth players, which is not a bad deal, especially because they don't cost you as much money. But we'll see what happens with that. It makes it for a very interesting year. Very interesting year. Mama, don't you meow at me. Uh-oh, what you got on your back? That's just some dust. You like a little particle of dust there, kid. Oh, mama. I know. You gonna help me clean the house later? You gonna tell me what to do? She usually does that. She's pretty good at it. Not that time yet. We still got another. We got a long way to go. You know what? Y'all can have it. Go for it, baby. Take him. Another guy I don't have to pay. If he don't stay, I don't pay. So we are happy campers if we can get rid of a couple of these guys. Hell yeah. Yeah, we won't have as much time. I'm gonna probably do it after the 1st of July or June. I'll start looking to sign some players because I want to pretty much know. Well, I'll know who I want and who I don't want. Because we need to get rid of these players. We need to make it better for us next year. What's the matter for you, mamas? Oh, you're so pretty. Such pretty mamas. Pretty mamas. Yeah, ever since the Zoosher passed, we don't have to worry about fleas in here as much. Thank God. I'm kind of doubting it. Not this year, anyway. You guys are going to have to wait a year because you're not getting any of my guys without paying for them. You want them, you got money, we'll talk. Yeah, after this I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna put some more merch on the thing. I'm gonna put some more merch on my store. See if we can get some new stuff on there because I want to get the one hat. I definitely want one of the back box hats. I like those things, man. They're so cool. I need new. That one's fading. I mean, I've had that shirt for 3 years, so it might be fading out, but that's damn good still to look that good for 3 years, and it ain't got nothing wrong with it. I mean, I wear it all the time, in the wintertime especially. But it looks pretty good for a shirt that's 3 years old. Better than a lot of stuff. I've got some shirts I bought from some like I got one that's a Scooby Doo shirt and one that's a motor shirt, and I got another one, couple ones from Walmart about the same time, and they're almost completely. They've got holes in the pictures. That don't have holes in the pictures. The back's faded out, but it's only fading. It's not gone. So it is what it is. do, do. Oh no, not Fleming. No, Fleming's going bye bye. Bye bye, Fleming. Bye bye. No, no, didn't cost us nothing. See ya. One gone. I don't care. Bye. Have a good trip. We go play for GNP. We'll stay in this level and move up next. Where exactly are they? No, they finished first in there. Where are they coming from? Yeah, they went down. He went down 2 levels to continue his career. Bye. You might move up to 11, but you're still behind the sun. You went back where we started from, buddy. Yeah, boy. Time for everybody to go bye-bye. It don't matter. We will build our team back up. We will become the champions next year and move up and catch Maltby Maine and take them down. We will be in the Vanarama North in 2 years. Or South, whichever one they put us in. I'm not even sure which one they'll put us in. Barcelona wins the Champions League. Go ahead, Barcelona. Cheltenham Saracens. Yeah, we gotta find out all kind of information. That's what happens when you look, when I was doing all those looking at every time I look at that page, you put those people in there so you can get more information. Because the more information you get, like I said, the higher in rankings you go, the more important that information can be, because you're not necessarily going to have, like I got 2 scouts right now, maybe 3. I got 2 scouts and a chief scout. That's it. That's all I got looking for people. And as you get further and further and further up, like if we'd have moved up this year, we'd have probably got another scout, which would have given us another scout to help look for stuff. But the problem is, the higher you go, the more scouts you're going to have. And the more scouts you have, the more places you can look. And the more places you can look, the better chance you have of getting the wonder kids you want. Like we got the Quackster through our thing, which is awesome. But like I said, you can't always count on. That was a superior, for this level, that was a superior youth intake. We got 3 players that we can bring up and start into our team already. 4 or 5, because we just brought up 2 more. We got like 5 players from that we could bring up and would fit into our squad being at this level. Would that have happened in the higher levels? Probably not, because they wouldn't have been that good. But it's one of those things where you take them when you can get them, because that is just like, we're actually moving along pretty fast for what I thought we would be. I mean, we've been at this for almost 2 hours, and we almost got May done, which is a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. But I'm hopefully going to get to the end of the preseason, or get to the beginning of the preseason, at least today. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me and listening to me ramble and watching this boring off-season grunt work that we have to do every year. But so we get to the preseason. We get to see, like I said, after May 31st, we'll probably start looking into who we want to keep and who we want to get rid of, what we need, what we don't need. I know we need some defensive. We need, like, our front line is good. I like our front. We have no problem. Hey, look, they're going to give me a freaking contract. And again, I still ain't getting paid. I get 20% of the club compensation. They're gonna offer me a 1-year contract. I see that don't make no sense. I did good for this team for the last 2 years, and they give me no money. I make no money at it. So basically, I'm working for free. Martin said, "No, I don't think so." Yeah. I'm delighted to sign. Yeah, we've done something very impressive here, and I'm proud of what we've achieved. But it's only the beginning. We're hungry for long-term success. Of course we are. We got our sights set on a treble in England. We want the Champions League. We want the FA Cup. We want the Carabao Cup. We're going for the quad, and the Premier League, all in the same season. That's what my ultimate goal would be, is to get the quad. We'll take a treble. But we're going to win all 3 before we move on. You got to win the before I move to a different club, I have to win the I have to win the FA Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League. Then we'll move to a different place, and we'll go from there. But that's how we're going to do this. And it may not be as long as you think, because I got a feeling that this is going to be our last setback in times moving up until possibly the until we get to the Champions League. Because that's the other thing we got going on again. We still got those other tournaments that we can get in. We're actually going to do better this year. Like I said, I don't really care this far down about the FA Cup unless we can get to like the third round and hopefully get a team like Manchester. I would love to play Manchester United. At Manchester United, we'd make a ton of money. Let's just put it that way. That tournament right there can be the one, especially for a low league club like this. That could be the one that puts you over the top for 2 years. Because right now we're 30-some thousand in the hole. If we went and we did like I did in the one offline I was playing, and we got 575,000 for just playing in that game, that would pay us. We would be 540,000 in the red or in the black. That could last us forever. So that's one of those things where you definitely want to try to hope. It all comes down to the draw and the preliminaries. If you can get to the first round without getting a team that's above you too far, like I think we got like a Champions League team or a first division team in the second qualifying round, and it's like, the hell, man, I can't beat that team. We gave a good showing, but we didn't win. We will. We will be okay. Football Club Barcelona. I'm waiting on it to go again. I do that all the damn time. João Neves. I like him. I'm going to put him on the list. See, by the time we get up into the upper levels where we can start getting people like João Neves or Lamine Yamal, they'll be early 30s. So there'll be a tendency we can still, and I don't care how bad they are, how old they are, when they get up to that level, if we can bring in a guy like that can help us to get another level up, you do that in a heartbeat. In a freaking heartbeat. You grab the best players you can find, whether they be youth guys that are like have outrageous numbers, or you find guys like Mbappe or Cristiano Ronaldo or any of those guys, Messi, any of those guys that are still playing at the time who are superstars, where we're in the 10th league, when we get to the second league or the first league and they still want to go somewhere, we can sign them, especially on a free. I don't care how old they are, they take them. You bring them in and you use them to get you where you need to go, because they do that same thing to you. There'll be a lot of times where you'll see a player that will want you to add one of the promises that you make is that they can use you as a stepping stone. I never make that promise. I don't make any promises I don't have to. I hate making promises because the promise engine in this gets broken. There may be a time where you make a promise and you've completed a promise and it doesn't come off. And that's a lot of times why people leave the editor on, because there's a way you can go in and edit that out. I haven't figured it out yet, but it's supposed to be in there. So and that's a cool thing that I try not to do, because if you don't make promises, you can't break promises, meaning you don't hurt your players, you don't hurt your squad stability, you don't hurt your cohesion. Making promises like crazy is something you definitely don't want to do, because if you don't hold on to them promises, they can screw you big time. They can make you look like the dumbest manager in the world real fast. And like I said, we had some issues last year with a couple players that didn't amount to anything because it really were too low down. But when you start getting higher up, you have to start kind of wondering about the further up you go, the more chances that those little, like, with the one kid that wants to leave, saying he wants to leave because he wasn't happy that I didn't offer him playing time when he did fucking play. And he wants to go, so he gets to go. See ya, don't care. But when you get further up in this, it can be a pain in the ass, because there are a lot of times where those guys will be there Hey, look at that. My boy Gandalf gets another goal. He gets to keep his playing for us. He's only 17, so he's still got time to get better. I don't know. We're going to see. His current ability is only 3. He's still got a ways to go, though. I really need to bring him up, but I really can't bring him up. What do you mean out of contract? You just signed a contract, you dumbass. Yeah, see, that's what you need right there. You got to keep them. You got to get them to, wow. Went from 1 recommendation to 18, just like that. Wow. Hey, you used to play for us, you piece of crap. Wouldn't sign him if I had to. But we'll need to know. I know we're going to need a scorer. I know we're going to need a scorer. And see this little button here that says transfer. If I hit that, we went from 18 players to 3. And that's the ones that you most likely will be able to sign because they want to play for you. So Edenini will he would come play for us, but he's only a 2-star player, and I don't want a 2-star player. Ryan White would come play for us. He's a 3.25 to a 3. He's a 2.5 to a 3.5, which I might sign him, but I don't need him for the position he wants, because that's where my boy Quacky's going to play. And none of those guys are really worth getting, so we'll look them down. We got 6 recommendations in the loans, so these are all players that could come to us on the loan. Let's see, Guilfoyle. He could be a player that we could bring in on loan. He would fit in. Carter Ford. Definitely want to loan him in. Keep an eye on his ass because he could come in as a loan player. He doesn't play a position though that I really need. That's the one thing you got to be careful of, because if you bring in a player that's a loan player. What's up, Full Metal FM? How you doing, buddy? We're doing good. How are you today? Hope you're having a good day. Give you a shout out. Doesn't matter. I still shout you out. So he would not be a good one. We don't need him. But basically what I need on loans, if I'm going to bring a loan player, is I'm going to need somebody like this guy, because they are playing a position that I'm weak in, but he's not necessarily going to be better than what I already got. So I don't want to waste time on a loan when I've got a player at the same time that is just as good at my home team. Yeah, they ain't got no loans on there that I really want. Off-season time, off-season time. My boys are doing what they got to do. Ooh, that sounds like a good one. Cool, no problem, DJ. I knew you're still here. I appreciate it though. Yeah, we ended up losing in the finals of the playoffs and on penalties. We were down 3-1. They lost a guy on a red card. We got back 2 goals. We had like 15 minutes of the match left to try to score and couldn't score. Missed our first penalty, missed our third penalty, and they beat us 4-3. I was so not happy. But shit happens. Vivarin Nagasaki in terms for Suzuki. Go ahead, Suzuki. You go play for them. You'll be good in the Japanese league. I'm sure you'll have a good time there. We're just cruising through I so wish this was set up right, because if this was set up right, man, I'd have been done with the preseason already. Less than a week. 5 days, hopefully. I got so much to do on that day, though. I got to call my dad later and see if we can arrange that. I got a doctor's appointment in the morning. Then I got to go. Hopefully, I'm going to take a road trip after the doctor's appointment and look for those computers that might be there that I can use for the time being. And then I'm going to go to a viewing from my friend. Then I'm going to get my pizza and come home. So I may not. There you go. I think I'm going to change my. I definitely think I'm going to change my corner routine this year, because we go to the far corner way too much, and it doesn't benefit us. Although my new Quacky, he does do where he did get a header or two like that, but I think we're going to start playing it. We're going to go for the short side. Liverpool wins the FA Cup. Go ahead, Liverpool. Liverpool for the win. I'm hoping that when you look at this, everybody's updated good. You know what the sad part is? I don't have a giant. He's only 5'9", but his jumping reach and his positioning are really good. So he actually got a corner. His first goal was from a corner, I believe. My youth intake, I have a rotating. I have a way that if you want to get a player on the game, you can do so. But there's 4 options for 250 bits. You can get a player that's on a random team in a random league at a random position, be your player. We'll give you up to 50. We'll give you a plus to your potential from 0 to 50. Won't go above 50. We'll do 2 points of any attribute under 10 gets a 2-point bonus. Same with the 500, but it's up to 100. And then for 500 or for 750 and 1,000, you become for 750. We'll give you a boost up to 150 from 100 to 150. You give 3 points to anything under 15. You choose the team, you choose the position, and then for 1,000, you become a wonder kid. You get your choice of team, your choice of position. We will put you between 150 and 200. We will give you 5 points to any attribute below 15, and you get to be a player. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's good. Hell yeah. That would be the ticket. Next, Izard. I don't know who you are. Coder McCormick, Charles Junkerby. Oh, my nose. Ah. Almost to the end of May. We're just cruising through now. Oh, boy. Oh, that is just not good. Why do you taste so crappy? That's why you taste so crappy. It's the gosh dang long thing there. I understand now. Shout it, shout it, shout it out loud. Yeah, that sucked. But we did make it to the finals. We went to the playoff finals. What else can you ask for? We just had to make the playoffs. Yeah, that's the ticket, man. That's good. We have a player that we have brought in on loan that wasn't going to be under contract, and they found that his loaning team was the team that actually were the champions in our league. They signed him to a new contract that I didn't know they did. Now I'm going to end up having to try to get him back on loan. He was my top goal scorer and my top assist guy. So I kind of want him back, but I don't think I'm going to get him, which kind of sucks. And he's out of my price range. They want 60 grand for him, and I can't even. I'm too low level for that. I don't even have. I've got 2,000 in my box. In my. I get a whole 2,000 in my kitty for that, and I only have about 14,000 spare change for the signing of players. So it's going to be interesting. I may end up, now that I think about it, I may end up using a lot of the youth games that I got last year because we don't have a lot of money to spend. Yeah, I got 2 offers for jobs in the conference in the Panorama South, Weymouth and I forget the other team now. Doesn't really matter because I didn't take them. But yeah, they wanted me to move up like three leagues, and I want this team. I'm taking this team to the top. Damn it, we're gonna win. We're gonna win the Champions League, and we're gonna win the FA Cup, and we're gonna win Premier League. And I'm hoping to do it all in one season before I move on to the next league, which I don't know where that'll be. Yeah, you're talking about the Europa League. Europa Conference. Yeah, that's what you want to do. But like I was saying on this, when you start in lower leagues of England, you start to get into, like in this league, we'll be in the Isuzu Vase, FA Vase, which doesn't help us. But like if we get into the FA Cup, when you play in lower leagues, you want to have a team you can build enough to get to the third round, because the third round's when the Premier League teams come in. There you go. That would be a hard one to play with because Guernsey's not real good. Not real good at all when you first start out. But when you get to the third round, that's when you can make some serious money. My offline league I was playing, we made $575,000 from the gate against Chelsea, at Chelsea. We got beat 7-1, but the way I look at it is we were a ninth level team and we scored a goal against Chelsea at Chelsea and made $575,000 profit. That was a win for us, regardless. Shit, we threw a party. we took the entire team out for steak dinner, threw a party at the Ritz. We was just living it up, man. Yeah, the youth to gold are fun. I was, see, that's the good thing about where you start, the way I've started this, and you can do that if you want, because being that we're down this far in the league, you really can't do a youth to gold this far down, because I mean you can, you're not going to make any gold. So the chances of using the youth to gold system in the lower leagues this far down, once you get to the Vanarama North-South, you can start doing it if you want to. And that's the cool thing about this is I can change to whatever format I want to do it whenever I want to. Because, yes, I want to take this team. My objective is to take this team to the top, but I could have already moved up 2 levels if I'd have wanted to. But yep. Well, you can. I got some players on this team that are actually worth some money. I think my most expensive guy is, where's he at? I got 3.5. There's 150, 24, 24. Yeah, 150K is my most expensive one, and that would be, I could get up to 150K for him, and that would be where'd he go? There he is. That would be that. Well, it ain't mine, so that ain't gonna work. My most expensive one is Marsh with 24K. But some of these are going to change because, like, Quacky will change, and Denny might change, and that's for being at the level I am, 18K. Being at the 10th level, that's a pretty good amount of money for a 10th level team. If I could get that kind of money for them players, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But I can't for the one guy because he's not mine. He's going back on loan most likely, unless I can talk them into letting me keep him. I actually might pay his salary. Usually I don't like to pay salaries when I'm playing, when I get loans or when I loan somebody out. I don't want nothing to do with it. I want a 0 commitment on the month, and I usually get that or I don't loan them. And so if they negotiate with me and they want me to pay, like, even if it's like a small number like 85, I don't do it. I cancel the loans even if the player wants to go there because I'm not paying for you to have my player. Sorry. I don't even do that when I'm higher levels. I don't like to do that. But in this case, if I can get them to let me keep him for another year and I can pay his salary, I will do it in a heartbeat because he will make a difference for our team. If we would have had him the whole entire year last year, we probably wouldn't have finished, and we probably would have finished higher. We might even have challenged them for the title better than we did. Because we were supposed to finish first, ended up finishing 5th, ended up kicking the team's butt that we beat in the semis, but then ended up, the team we played in the finals, we beat them the first time we played them. The second time they looked like they were the best team in the world against us. And they whipped us pretty good. Then we ended up coming back in the third match, third match, and ended up going to penalty shootouts and lost in penalty shootouts in the playoff final. So yeah, I mean, you can't, like, this last season, which was our 3rd season, was our 2nd season as a part-time team. So that was the 1st season we had contracts. So it comes down to, if somebody wants a player of mine, they can look at him, and if I think they're worth something, I'll put a amount on them, and if they want to give it to me, then they might take it. Because in the lower leagues, especially in this far down, we're in the 10th level, being this far down, your players aren't irreplaceable. Like Bondo, I would love to keep, but it's not like I'm going to. Why do I need to offer him a contract? Isn't he good through this year, or is he still? Well, shit, no, I didn't send him. I didn't give him a contract, a new contract yet. Let me do that. Let me do that right now. Nope, no promises, buddy. No, we're gonna go his existing contract. We're gonna actually give him double. We're gonna go through the first next year. He will take that contract. Thank you very much. Release. Man, Riley, you know what, buddy? There's only one small problem with that. Man, you just, freaking, you're 32 years old. I'm not gonna use you. I'm not bringing you back, man. I can use Josh Martin. He's not coming back. I know you think he might, but you know what? He's not coming back, baby. The only reason I'm bringing Matty Brown back is because he actually did well for us last year. But he's not going to be an important player, and he's probably not going to take what I'm making. I will make him a squad player. He took it. Wow. That surprises me. And he going to give me a 1.5. I'll take that shit. Yeah, hell yeah, I'll keep you for that. Not good enough. Not good enough. Mika Parker, we definitely want to keep because he's got potential and he's young. He won't cost me anything. Really. 1.5 is good. I'll give him 1.5 for that. Oh man, he's showing, but he's been here forever. No. We're gonna let go. We're gonna let go of my boy. Yeah, we'll keep Wilkes. I did get rid of Gunst because he's been with us. He's been on the main roster the whole time. He's not gotten any better. He's still struggling. I'm going to offer Donahue a chance because he's still young. Remove. This will be your last contract with us, son, unless you get better. That's all I can tell you. Except for release. Definitely want to keep him. Withhold. I can't believe this dude got this. This is such a weird name for an English guy. You know what? I've had him the same. He's been there forever, and he ain't getting no better either. And he's been playing. The same with Harvey. I've had these guys forever, and they haven't done anything for me. So why am I keeping them? So that's what our team's going to look like next year. Thank you, Amy. Amy, what you want to do? Thank you for checking in. I appreciate it. Hope your stream went well. Hope you shot all the bad guys. I'm doing okay. I'm just sitting here trying to get through trying to get through the preseason or the off season, the slowest portion of the year, because there's absolutely no action except for the management stuff. And this is stuff I love. This part of the season, I really do. But it can be boring. We got through a month already, which is better than I thought it was going to be. We've been at it for just a little bit over 2 hours. Not bad. Yeah, I love this part of it, and I love any game that you can do the management part. That's why I like football and the manager part of the Football Manager. This is the fun stuff that happens because you get to prove whether you're smarter than the AI, because the AI isn't stupid in this game. It just does some really stupid things, but it makes it a lot of fun. And this is the kind of stuff I love. I contemplated doing this offline and just going back for the thing, but then after I got done yesterday, I was in a couple streams between falling asleep and being awake, and whoa, we just made 51,000. So that should have got us back. We were not that far in debt. Huh? Wasn't that special? We got sponsorships of 58,000 for that. Woohoo! Go us! Make us some money, boys. But yeah, I shut my computer off about a half an hour after I got done with my stream yesterday, and it didn't get turned back on until this morning. I was like, wow, it's the first time I've gone that long without my computer on in a long time. I didn't do nothing except I played some ESO last night. It just was raining, and it just didn't. It was kind of cooling off, so I didn't really feel like doing anything. So I just watched Max Velocity on YouTube and played a little bit of ESO and hung out with the babies. What game were you playing? I can't never. What did I ask that question for? Uncharted. I was saying earlier, Uncharted was the first game I ever bought, or the first PS4 I ever bought that was my own. Actually, I didn't buy it. I lied. I rented it from a rental place, and I never played it. My son, the original Uncharted. This was back in 2005 or 2006. My son, my youngest son, not the one that lives with me, but my other one, he would. Yeah. I know. I'm gonna try to get him back on loan. I don't know if it's gonna work. We're gonna try. I guess it's not too long ago to try, but we're gonna see. All this the same things they tell me every time, even if it means anything. I'm not hiring the dude. We don't need him. Stop asking. All right, Mr. Bondo, I'm gonna try to get you back on loan, my friend. We're gonna see how we can do this here. How? Yo, we want the loan offer. Loan offer. You know what? I will give you 100% of your money. I will pay 100% of it. 100%. Ooh, they don't want to do that. What else can I do for you, man? I can't pay you anything other than that. We will make him a star player. And we will play him in whatever preferred position he wants to be. And we will make it end of next season. They ain't changing nothing. I can make the offer. That's all I can do. I tried to extend his loan. They said they want to make him a first team player. I want to keep him so he can be a first team player with us. If I was him, I wouldn't want to come back either. I'm sorry. I did a hell of a thing on a team that was the same level as we were. They challenged for the title, and now my team is moving up a level, and the team that wants me to loan them are staying down a level, and I got a chance to play for the upper team. I wouldn't want to come and do me either. Seriously, I mean, I can get it that you don't want to, and I get they don't want him to come either. But they're going to hopefully counter offer with something I can accept, because I can't pay any more than 2,300. But paying that takes $2,300 out of my salary that I can't give to somebody, which sucks. Oh, that's always fun to come back to. Yeah, we don't get to play in any major leagues. We get the Northern Counties Eastern League Cup and the Isuzu FA Cup, or FA Vase, which we did horribly in last year on both. That's why I thought it was kind of funny when I did my league review. They talked about how we got off to a great start was what kept us in the matches, and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell games did they watch? Because it didn't help us a bit. We did not have a good start to last year at all. Yeah. C plus my ass. Can I get another one? 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 Come on, give me another one. You know you want to. You know you want to. You want to see. You want a national A license coach coaching for you. You know you do. Come on, boys, give me my next one. I've nothing else. They've given me two coaching things, which is great, especially at this level. And they gave them to me back to back, which was kind of interesting because they hardly ever do that. But I've been winning, so like I said, they give me a C plus overall right now. But they can kiss my ass on that because we did exactly what we were supposed to do. They're just being persnickety. But that shit happens. It's always going to be that way. So we got either 23 days or 20 days till we come back to preseason. So we'll be ready to go. We're getting there. I got to start thinking about bringing in players. And like I said, it's going to be interesting because I have a possibility of having five or six uh, youth players on my starting lineup next year, which I'm not complaining about because they got the ability. This could get real freaking interesting. Real freaking interesting. Oh boy, this could be fun. Sad part is I didn't get a striker. I don't think I got a striker that can replace Bondo, which is gonna suck. No, you want to give him one more year as a starter for me. You want him to be in our league and get him to know for certain that he can do it. That's what you want to do. Yeah. Fuck you, bastards. Goddamn bastards, son of a bitches. You just now say, yeah, of course they're not going to want to do that. Oh, see, they want me to go back to this. I didn't cancel it. Y'all did. Don't give me that bullshit. Oh, fuck you. No, I'm not getting him back. I am not getting him back. I'm not getting him back. There's nothing I can do. That sucks. Bastards. They're going to be a pain in the ass, see? It's alright. I'll replace him. He can move on. Hopefully Maltby Maine will get their asses kicked and get moved back down when we move up. We'll cross their paths, and then I'll be getting him next year. Because unless they give him a contract again, he'll be a free agent at the end of next season. Then I'll be like, Pump, come play for us. We'll get him eventually. I ain't losing nobody again. I'm not losing anybody important again. That's not going to happen. I got my boys back that I wanted. I'm keeping the ones I need. I've got my. It's going to be. We could have a completely. Our midfield and our all the way up for like our midfield and our attacking our shadow striker could completely be rookie players or youth players from last year. That will be a first for me. Because right now, the way it stands, that's probably what it's going to be. And not much I can do about it because I'm not going to have a lot of money. I think I've got like less than 10,000 probably to sign some players with, and I need some players. So we may be doing a lot more grabbing of the loan type players. And just because they don't like, I separate it between like I have the players that are available that I want to get that are in the normal range, but I also have one set up for loan. But just because they're on one, they're not on the loan search doesn't mean I can't loan them too, because there's other players out there that you can loan. So any of those players that showed up on the English one that might fit what I need, I can try to loan them if I can't sign them. What kind of money are we gonna have now as it is? I don't even know. I bet you we're off almost to the end. Yeah, see we've actually got 17,000 now. So we've actually dropped some back down. Actually, no. We got 61. Jesus, we're gonna have 40. We're gonna have 49,000 because we're only committed to spending 61,000 right now. Ooh, ain't that gonna be interesting? This could be a very interesting off season, especially since we're about to start trying to sign new players. Because if I go into my squad planner and I look at next season, we're gonna need these. This is showing what we need. We need a middle left. We need a middle because the only one we got there is Quacky, and he's playing up here actually. And we definitely need. So we need those guys. We need both of these. Yeah, this is next. Is this the season coming up? Where'd it go? Current season. Yeah, see, so these are all the youngsters we're getting rid of. Our goalkeeper situation, we got one goalkeeper, so I know what I need. And here, as soon as they come around the next time, I'm gonna start trying to sign these guys. So we're gonna go through that 40-some thousand in an instant, but we got the ability to try to build a better team, and it is what it is. We will make this team be better. And if I need to, like I said, I've got positions I already know that I don't need to fill somebody. It'd be nice to have somebody to bring in there, but I'm not worried about getting a top player at that position because I don't need a top player at that position. Like I said, Quacky is he's gonna be my attacking midfielder or my shadow striker unless I can find a shadow striker that can play there, because if I can find one that can play there and do me what I need, I can move him back to center mid and he can still be an attacking center mid. He can be use him as a deep line playmaker or an advanced playmaker. I can use him as a playmaker and move him up. So there's the opportunities and the places of putting people in. I've got them. I've got some defenders I can use. I won't have a problem with using the defenders I already had. I'm playing the same level, so I already know that the team I'm keeping can succeed at the level we're already at, and we don't have to worry about trying to go and go, oh my God, we got to sign new players. We're going to sign new players, but we don't have to worry about signing superstars yet because we already have a team that won. I mean, we finished in the playoffs. Yeah, we lost in the playoffs in the finals of the finals of the playoffs, but we were in the freaking playoffs. So, it comes down to we need some replacement players. Do we need a ton of them? No. Can we get the ones we need? Yep. And do we have players to replace them that we need? We sure do. So, I'm not in a panic mode, and it shouldn't be a big deal like it was, because admittedly, like I said, last season we did a whole revamp. We brought in 14 new players as starters, or 14 players, and most of them were starters. There were only a couple guys that weren't starters for us the year before. Elams and Riley and Sane, and after I brought Page back, and Bongera and Litherland. Those were the only 6 guys on the team that were actually from the team that played last year that we had the year before. So it's one of those things where you gotta sit there and go, well, we're not going to try to do that this year. We're going to try to use the guys that are on the team that played last year. So we're going to use Dennehy, we're going to use Juve, we're going to use Quacky, we're going to use Page, we're going to use Riley if he's still there. If I don't think he's coming back though, but I'm going to probably end up replacing my entire front line because I don't think any of them are coming back, except I can use Bongera there, but he doesn't really do as well up front as he does playing out of the back. So I mean, it's going to be an interesting season. I definitely need a better goalkeeper, someone that can play with more consistency, because his consistency sucked. Although he's a 4-star player, so I got to keep him. I mean, he ain't going nowhere. Got him signed. Decisions. The fun and life and times of being a football manager. Being a football manager. This game just cracks me up how realistic it is. I mean, honestly. There's people who use this game to get themselves a job somewhere. Matty Brown's sticking around. He's 34, but I can still use him. That's the point. He's up 2.5. And the more I play this, the more I realize that anybody that's a 2, well, he's a little bit of an exception outside the rule I would make, but. Yeah, they are, but the nice thing is the team actually is pretty good at what we do. And like I said, I've got players that I've used for the last 2 years. Oh, 5-star means nothing really anywhere. I mean, a 5-star potential basically tells you that they could be great, but again, that comes down to your staff. If you may have if you've got anybody that has assessing their potential and their current that's below a 10, you're not going to get a good read on them anyway. That's why you don't ever just look at the stars. You got to look at their abilities too. And they're playing. I mean, these guys have been together for 2 years, so that kind of gives them a bit of an advantage. And the game does include that. You do have that kind of stuff. It makes the team's going to have cohesion, so the team's going to play well. We should have won this league last year. We had a bad spot where we lost some matches we shouldn't have lost, and we ended up destroying those teams the third time or the second time we played them. And it's just one of those things. Hell, we beat the team that won the division, and when they played us the first time, they looked like they were at least a Vanarama national team, and they kicked our asses the first time, and then we ended up kicking their asses the second time. Had we done that the first time like we should have done, we would have probably been in their position instead, but we didn't, and that's just the breaks. This is the first time in probably 7 playthroughs out of 20 playthroughs that I've not completely ran to the Vanarama north-south without being held back. First time, but it happens. That's the nice thing about it, is you really can't control what happens. There's just way too many factors that can come into that you just can't happen. We didn't have any players that were hurt at a given time, but we also didn't have a consistency that was good. We played like the greatest team in the world one game, and the next game, like you said, the consistency's not there all the time. But then again, the referees in this league suck. We had quite a few games that we lost because of bad calls, because they call a ton of offsides in this league. Way too many offsides. I don't completely fully rely on. There's times where I'll do it. I don't like to, and besides the fact that the stars only mean something according to your team anyway. You know, right now, Bondo, if I look at Bondo's ratings with him now, he's going to be a 4-star or whatever on my team, but when he goes to Maltby Maine, he may have a different star rating because he's playing on a different team. Well, he will have a different star rating because he's playing on a different team. He might be lower than that, he might be higher than that. It just depends on how much their talent they have. So I don't ever rely strictly on. I mean, there's times where I'll look at, like when I'm looking at free agents and stuff like that, I'll go a lot based on the star rating until I get burnt, which happens too much. Because I was watching Zealand do he was doing a memes thing. Oh yeah, you have to. I was watching Zealand and they were talking about, this happens so many times. You'll see a guy, like I've had it happen to me many times in the last season. You'll see a guy, your scouts will tell you it's a 5-star out of 5-star. You'll sign him and he comes back a 2 out of 2.5. And you sit there and go, what the fuck was this shit? I know a couple times in the early part of the last season where I signed a guy who was rated in the free agency. He looked good. He was rated a 4.5 or to a 5, and he came back as a 2.5 to a 2, or a 2.5 to a 3. And I'm sitting there going, but the shit happens sometimes, and that's when it really hurts, is when you do that. But the nice thing is, well, one of the things that's great about that, when you're an amateur team, they come in, they got the real bad numbers, you just let them go. You can do that sort of in the semi-pro level, but you'll end up paying their salary unless you get them to agree to a mutual thing. Otherwise, if they're not, I just put them on the team and leave them there. And I've had a couple of them actually get to start a game or two because of injuries and shit. So sometimes it comes out good and sometimes it don't. And that's why you can't never go and say, I've got a, like, for example, Kyle Riley, he's a 2-star out of 2. He's a 2-star and a 2-star on my team, but he's been a scoring god for us, and I really should re-sign him, and I still might. But he doesn't fit my plans for next year. What is that? Oh, let me see. Nice. Not a doubt. So what a name. You gotta love these names. That. I love his name, man. That's a great name right there. Madam Al-Sal. That's just messed up, man. That's messed up. That's so wrong. I don't like making fun of him, but damn, that's a hell of a name. Mama Dao Sao. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I would say so. Let alone the fact that he's a 3-star rated player. Jesus Christ, he's got enough blues on there to last forever, and that kid has a little bit. He's only 19. Shit, I'd have signed him too, in a heartbeat. Yeah, you could say that. That is definitely the bargain of the year. I would love to find a player like that. Well, like I said, with the way I'm adding players in, my bargain of the year came this past offseason when my one of my Discord mates bought into a 750 bid player, and he's now Quacky, who's going to be my star. He's going to be an amazing player. He's not going to be a wonder kid, but he's going to be an amazing player. So, he's going to be, what is all this? Do I keep Bailey? Do I get rid of Bailey? What am I doing with Bailey? I don't think so. See, that's the problem with Bailey. How old is he? He's only 24. No, you can't have him. You cannot have him. I'm sorry. Just not going to happen, boys and girls. I signed him to a contract. There's a reason. There's a reason for that. You can't have him. But my boy Quacky's going to be a good player for me. So I'll figure out what I did with him. Where you at, Quackster? There he is. He's already 4.5 with a potential to be 5.5 star. But he's going to be a good player. His physicals are pretty good. His aggression's good. His determination's good. His leadership is good. He's got natural fitness to 16. You hardly ever find that in a player like that. But he's got 149 potential, because with that he got to do up to 150, and it actually added. I rolled a 133, I think it was. I don't remember what it was now. But no, we are not going to put him back down. Yeah, we know he's going to be a beast. First game he had an assist and a score. Second game he had 2 assists and a score. He's going to be a beast for me, and that's why I've got him in that position. Yeah, I know that feeling all too well. We don't spend money on saves. I never spend money. A couple of his mates that came up with him might actually make me some money someday, because they're pretty decent players too. Like I said, I got a really decent, for being level 10, it was a decent turnout. I got like 4 players that were 2.5 white stars or better that I'm actually got on my team and can actually use. And that's the best way. If you want to make a player better, that's the best way to do it, is to actually use them. And they're going to be good players. And I figure by the end of this year, the 4th season, if he plays like he's going to, if he plays a full season, by this time next year he'll be a 3-star gold star player. And I'll be happy with that. And the kind of good thing about being in a low level team is you have the opportunity that you can use those players like that you might not be able to use at a higher level, because I can sit back and go, well, I'm gonna put Jove and Adeniyi and Page and Quacky in there, and that's 4 of your 11 or 4 of your 10. So 40% of my team is going to be youth players that I could suffer for, but because the league I'm in, it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, I don't have any rejects to collect. I wish I could collect rejects. That would be perfect, but I can't even do that. Michael Wilkes gets to stick around. You go, Michael. We're about to roll up on our... The fucked up part is... The messed up part about this is... Alfarian Football Club. Gainsborough Trinity. Bruno Fernandez. Don't care. Amal Monaim El Adressi. Nice name. The kind of messed up part is, when you're a low-level team like that, you can suffer. Yeah, can they win the Swiss League? I think they're the one team that I don't think they're allowed. Are they allowed to win the Swiss? They can win the Swiss League, but they can't participate. I thought there's one team that's in there like that. That's what I thought. Yeah, they can't win the Swiss League, and that's kind of cool though. But Man, can you imagine being that team and the Swiss teams around them if they just dominate your league and they can't win it? Yeah, I knew that about them. That kind of sucks, but you know, it's also kind of funny because you can just whip the shit out of those guys and make them have to earn their crap. Ah, that's funny. Ooh, what's up, Miss Mamas? Come here. Come on, get up here. Come on, Mamas. Come here. What's the matter, boo boo? What's the matter with some Mamas? Come on, get up here. Hi, baby Mamas. The Mamas is here. Here comes the Mamas. Come here. Come here. Hi. What you doing, honey? Oh, let me move that stuff so you can get over there. Come on. You going over there or you going up there? Oh, sweetheart. My sweet Mamas. Come on. Go on. Go on. Staring contest. I won. She looked away. I beat Mom in the staring contest. Yeah. That wasn't fair. But we're moving. Actually, we're moving along kind of good. I like this. We're going to try to make as much money as we can from the preseason games because, Mama's, your tail's in the way. Now you're going to do it? What's up with you guys? You and Lucky been doing, or you and Midnight, or Peach has been doing it. I don't understand. What's up? What's with the headbutts, man? Walk over and headbutt my arm. What? In the morning, I got to get up early and go get blood work done. Yay. Hi, baby. Some mamas. Oh, we got more lone people on here. Let's see what we got here. Carter Ford. What position do you play, Carter? You're a midfield, attacking midfield. Can you play shadow striker? No, you cannot. All right, not really. I already got somebody who can play shadow striker at that position. I don't want you there. Let's see. What else we got here? Who else do we have that can play a position there that I might need? Well, let's check out Mr. Guilfoyle. See, you can't loan him because he can be approached to sign. Why would I loan him when I can sign him? Ooh, I kind of like that. Well, you know what, son? You might be a fringe player, but you also might get to start for us. No, I don't think so. Yeah, you're not getting what you want. I don't think so. He ain't coming. That's too much. I'll never get him down that far. I'm not going to try. Max Izzard. Oh, boy. Can you play? No, you can, but you can play midfielder. Damn it, that's not what I need you for. Ah. Boy, I would love to have him on the team, but he ain't worth it. See, them guys disappeared already. I hate when that happens. Where'd my loans go? Yeah, they disappeared. All them loans that we had on there are gone already. I don't know why they do that. I guess because they really aren't loan players. Keep that in mind for the players you might find on those under 18 teams. This is the mamas. The mamas is here. I got 7 of them plus a kitten that's upstairs that's not mine yet, but is in the house. I got 7, and this is the mamas of the 6 that are mine. Babies. Yes, you are. You had 5 babies. And we got 4 of them left, plus the other 2 that are pretty much related to you anyway. Kind of thinking they are. I'm kind of thinking they are. My cats are. They pretty much do the same thing all day. They lay around and keep me entertained, which is okay because being disabled, I need as much entertainment as I can get. Keith Spillane. All right, let's take a look at you, Mr. Spillane. I mean, your numbers are pretty good there. Bravery 6, 18. He's not too bad. I mean, he could probably do a halfway decent job there if I needed him. But he is only 17, so he will stay on the under 18 team. And like I said, minor 18s overachieved last year. They finished 12th in the league, in their league. So that was playing against teams that are much better than them. So I was happy with that. Shit. Yeah, we almost to the time here. We're running close. That didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. Oh, fucking shoulder, leave me alone. That's the one thing. There's a couple things I would change about this game if I could. Besides the other stuff I talked about before, two things. One, I don't agree with them bringing in the players in April. I mean, they've got to be available. They should be available before that. They should tell you at the end of September, like they do now. You should get a notification at the end of September of what your youth kids are going to be, and then you should get them in December. I don't know why they do it in April. It shouldn't be in April because that don't make any sense in the game. I wish there was a way you could change that. And the other thing that I think would be cool is what was it? I had another one. I don't remember what it was now. There was something else I was thinking about, but that one is one of my biggest ones because it just doesn't make sense to me because you get maybe 2 months if you're lucky. We got them in like the 29th of March, and we had like 3 games left. So, well, 4 games plus the playoffs. So they had 5 games, but any other time you might play in a league where you only have like 2 games left after that. So you really don't get to see you don't really get to use them much. I did come out with some better players, but that's still, I wish they would change that. That's the one thing. The other thing I guess would be the FM pregame editor is a pain to try to use. It takes a lot of time and effort to try to use it to write and to get it without screwing things up. I also play a game called Out of the Park Baseball, which is a baseball simulator, pretty much like this one. The biggest difference is it actually has a database that you can start back to the beginning of when baseball started in 1857. You can start the league then and you run it all the way through. But the coolest part about it is their editor is embedded in the game itself. So you can import leagues, you can change the way they play, you can change the stuff they do inside the game. So you can change almost everything about the league too, however you want to do it. And I wish they would have something like that in this game instead of having a pre-game editor. And the other thing, the big thing I would love to see is if they would allow you to use, like, I could save this, I get to, like, coming up at the end of this month is when everything will change. The players will leave the game on the 30th. Players will go back to their teams on the 30th. I wish they would let you save that roster and use that roster as a beginning roster. That would be so cool if they would do that. But there's no video game that I know of, sports-wise, that'll let you do that. I would love to see that in the game. That would be amazing. Why does it look like somebody's parked outside my house? Well, I guess it's up the hill. Looking through this tiny little crack in the window blind, so I can see what's there. My cats are. Mama's is just very antsy. I got like every type of player you could think, or cat you could think of. Yeah, I mean, the hardest part about it is the ability to change stuff in it is really easy. It's the problem is knowing the rules that you have to follow for the different leagues and trying to edit those and make sure you know because like I downloaded a world, like I got a world database that gives me all the teams you can think of. Cool. There you go. And one of the leagues that they brought in was Algeria didn't come out right and it's broke. But you can go and fix it. All you have to do is go in, load it, and test the thing, and it'll be done. Not that difficult to do. I've done that with a couple of things that I couldn't use and brought over and had them come in and tried to change them and just did you have to test the rules. But you're right, it isn't user-friendly at all, and it does take a little bit of work. Fortunately, there are some people out there that will do that for you. I usually go, if I want something changed, I either look for what they've already done, and if it's something, most of the time I don't really care about the stuff like that. Like, for example, when I do my YouTube series, it's going to be on the old teams, the teams that from the oldest teams back through time. Try to get them up. Like the first one we're going to start with is Sheffield. Sheffield FC has been around. It's the oldest team in the world. It was founded in 1857. It's the oldest continuously running football team in the world. They've never been higher than like the eighth or ninth level. So my object on that is going to be to do them and take them forward, and that is going to be a lot of fun. But two of the teams in England or in UK that have not been, who are older teams, no longer exist anymore. One of them is Cambridge University AFC, I think is what it's called. They're in the database as an extinct team, but you can bring them back in. All you have to do is make them unextinct and put them in a league. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that right, so hopefully I can get it to do it right, and we'll go from there to see what goes on. But yeah, there's a lot of that stuff you can do. The saddest part is when I was 37 years ago, when I was 20, I was in school for computers, and this was back when computers were just getting started. And I was trained in about every computer language that existed at the time. Database programming, I was done in COBOL, Fortran, Basic, Visual Basic, C, C++, Visual C++, HTML, DOS, COBOL. I was in like 11 or 12 different languages, and there wasn't nothing that I couldn't do. And back then, I wouldn't known how to do that stuff. I'd have looked at that and went, "This is a piece of cake. Let's see what we can do." But because of my health issues with my heart and stuff, I don't remember any of that shit. There is a team in Scotland that's actually one of the oldest teams, but they're in the lower league of Scotland, which you have to you have to download a database that goes down. There's the longest one I think that I've seen so far is a tier 7, and I think they're in that tier, but I have to look at it and see, because I definitely want to add them in. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be sort of like the rebuilds that Lulujo and Omega Luke and Zealand and all and Tom FM and Clates and those guys do. It's going to be that kind of a build. It's not going to be like this where it's going to be every game's going to be played. I'm going to run through it. So it's going to be kind of fun. I've done offline. Before I started streaming FM, I've done Sheffield a couple times. They are not an easy team to please. I've got them promoted one season. First season, got them promoted. 2 months into the season, I was fired because I lost the team's trust because of a player that was upset because he wanted a new contract, but he wasn't a good player, and I wasn't going to give him the contract he wanted, and the team took up for him, so they ended up firing me. And I was like, dude, I got you promoted and you fired me over this shit? I should have fired his stupid ass. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I did a test on it the other day, and doing the way I'm going to do it, I ended up in 4th. We lost in the playoffs in a penalty shootout in the second round, or in the first round. We didn't make it to the second round, and I was like, well, you know what happens, it happens. But we made 4th, so they were happy with me. Then, for whatever reason, it's just a test league, I started signing players again. They're going, what the hell am I doing? I'm not keeping this. I'm just testing it. Why the hell am I signing these players? So I was in play mode the whole way. But the YouTube's going to be a different thing for me, because I've never done editing. I've never done anything like that. I've always just posted stuff to YouTube and said, if it's there, it's there, and if it's in it, it's in it. Like, I post all of my VODs on YouTube, so you can go back to the beginning of this save, and you can watch it from the beginning if you've missed anything and you want to see how we progress. It's all there. So, being that I want to do this the way I want to do it, it's going to take editing and all that stuff. So I can't do it until I get a separate machine to run OBS on, because it's too slow. It took me an hour and a half to do that. And if it's an hour and a half per season and I do 3 seasons per league, that means it's going to be 5 hours just to develop it, and I don't want to have 5 hours to do that, then the editing. I want to get it done faster. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, that's when you sit there and go, time to punt. Can we get me a new player in here? We're almost to the recruitment meeting, which means we got about 8 days left. We're getting there. I'm definitely gonna make this a one-shot thing. I thought it was gonna be longer than that, but it's only been 3 hours. We might actually start to start signing new players. Whoa. Goalkeeper, complete defensive line, and I need backups for all my midfielders. That's all I need. Well, according to this, that's all I need. I don't know how to tell them I don't need offensive guys or frontline guys because I know I'm going to, because I'm losing half of them. I hope Felix goes, doesn't sign for me, gets signed to a team that's like in the 12th league and doesn't get to, and has to start over again. A little punk. I wish you no luck, boy. Damn that son of... I hate when that starts to do that. I can't believe it's 3:16 already. Yeah, I'm going to try to get that on Wednesday. And if I can't get a computer on Wednesday, I'm definitely going to get the... Yeah, I'll probably do that anyway. I'm so close to making payout this month. It's unbelievable. I'm doing a lot better than I thought I was going to be doing. We're doing well. Yeah, the other day with Amy giving me giving me a prime sub, and Mr. Quacky spending all his bits in here. That was a great day for me. That was one of my best days yet. Especially, well, it was definitely the best day coming back. I actually made almost $4 in ads that day. I was like, ooh, cool. Yep, you gotta love when that happens. No, that's like the year before this when we didn't have signed contracts. Page, who's my starting left attacking midfielder, he went because I couldn't stop him, and then I lost my right attacking midfielder, then I lost my left attacking midfielder, I lost my one of my center backs, and my goalkeeper. I lost like 4 players in like a 4-month span. I never have that happen. This is one of the first times that I've ever had this kind of stuff happen in a save for me. Normally, even when they don't have the contracts, but they have the clause contracts that they sometimes force me to. They seem to always want to force me to do when I first get semi-pro status. I never lost players like that, but I did get Page back. I got one of my other players I lost back, which really didn't end up helping anything because he wasn't that important. He didn't help as much as I thought he would. He became a role player more than anything. But, that kind of shit happens. But, oh, come on, man. You can play with a broken collarbone. Just whichever side's broke, have him play it behind and you have to play with the other side. Come on, man. Be a man. Play the damn game. You ain't hurt. Is your arm falling off? Get out there. You can do it. No, that would be I would be troubled right now to even think about playing. And I don't have broken anything. I got degenerative disease in my neck. So my shoulder right now is just sitting here thumping me. And I ain't doing nothing with it. That's what the sad part is. All right, let's go through this list and see if we got anybody in here. We got 31 players to look at. Lewis Leach, midfielder, don't need. Yeah, I kind of do need. 3.5. He ain't going to get any better. He's 23 years old. Let's see if we can get you to play for us, son. And if you don't want too much money, we might bring you in to be a. I don't think you'll be a star player. Nah, you might be an important player. I might try to go with that. It don't really matter at this level anyway, so who cares? Yeah, he wants 8.5. Not gonna happen. Walk away. This is gonna be my problem. All these motherfuckers want too much money. Go to Foyle. What's he going to do? He's a striker. I could definitely use him. I've decided I will try to sign him. How you like me now? Carter Ford, 19-year-old midfielder. He's going to want way too much money. I already know. No promises. We brook no promises, not even good promises. I'll never take squad player. He will never take squad player. He took squad player. Look at this fool. Hello. He's in a non-contract. These motherfuckers, a non-contract player wants way too much damn money. I'm sorry. You're good, but you ain't that good. Fuck off, man. That's crazy. Ain't happening. Why? Oh, I got. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I got all these freaking midfielders. What the fuck is up with this shit? This don't make no sense. Okay. Nope, not good enough for the team. Don't need a defensive midfielder. Don't need a defensive midfielder. Now I could use this man. Now him I will sign. I will not sign him. Yeah, bite me. Who you playing for now? Who's he playing for now? Oh, I can't play for them because it's not good enough for me. 23 years old, 3.7K a year till the 27, part-time contract. How big is this dude? Oh, let's find out. How tall is he? Where's it at? 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 Come on, tell me how tall he is. He's 5'3". He'd be a sneaky little bitch, wouldn't he? Nah, you're not good enough. If you were a 3, I'd take you. Oh, here we go. And he's a center back, and I don't think I can get him either. Hell, fuck yeah, I'm gonna try. It's not gonna matter. He can 7-1. That don't matter. It's not gonna happen before 7-1 anyway. Yeah, these guys are in. We want all the money in the world type mode, and it ain't gonna happen, boys. Part-time. We will give you 1.9. We will sign you for a year. We will cut this down to where it should be, and you will go for that. Right there? Nope. He wants a 9. What the? Now he goes for wanting $95 an appearance to $250 in one thing. Are you out of your damn mind? You must be crazy. No, there ain't no way that's happening. He wants 11.25. Fuck you. What the fuck is up with these guys, man? They're killing me. Nope, don't need him. Oh, he might be an interesting one to have. I could probably sign him too. You know what? That might just be the first time I buy a player right there. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute, you little prick. You coming back? You want to come back and play for us? Look at that. Look at that. He played in 30 games for us, played in 35 for them. He had 9 goals for us, 8 for them. He had 14 assists for us, only 5 for them. Had 1 player to match, and his rating was so much better for us. Can we bring back Henry? Would be a nice addition to have to the team. Hey, Henry, you gonna come play for us again, bub? Nope, you ain't, because you want too much money. I might be able to bring him down. Henry. You know what, Henry? Henry. I'm gonna be nice and give you an extra. Come on, Henry. You know you want to. Come on, Henry. Get the gang back together, man. Come on. You know what? We'll go with the 2. We'll just go with the 2 because the 2 will get him where I want him to be. Boom. There you go. We're bringing back Henry. Ah, that would be too great. Identity. I can use him as a striker. Is he okay as a striker? Not really. Not good enough. That's the problem. He's not good enough. Hospital. On and nope, not good enough. Hello. 17-year-old. He wants too much money. I can tell you that already. There's no way I'm paying 6.5 for him. Saka might be okay. I'm not offering any money for him. We will offer you nothing for him. I asked a couple guys. Let's see what we can do with those offers. I can't believe Henry came back up again. That's crazy. He was the first. He was our first one we lost. He was the first guy we lost. That sucked too. There you go. Yeah, what's up, superhero? How you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. It's a eh, it's a kind of day for me. It's been okay. I've had better days, but today's not too bad. We're trying to get through the end of preseason or the off season here. We are rolling right along. That's good. That's always good to be having a good day or being doing great. We are cruising. We're getting some players rearranged. Getting some. That was it. The changing of the days. You should not keep anybody. Should not have a contract past the day of starting opening season because I'll have all these extra players on my roster until the freaking day until like 3 days or 5 days after the freaking season starts, and I don't even know who's gone and who's not. Recruitment meeting. I know what you're gonna tell me. This we need. This we need. That we need. I already know. Shut up. I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. You guys ain't telling me something I already know already. Yeah, I don't need them. There's nothing. See, that's like that stuff right there. I already know those guys don't need it because their contracts are signed already, baby. We don't need them. We're not bringing in a defensive midfielder because we don't use defensive midfielders. And we're not doing. Nah, we should make that a little different. Okay, we can change that. There you go. Happy now? Happy? Happy? A waste of time for a meeting. And you know what? That won't be the last one. We'll have another one of those before the season starts. Because for whatever reason, they like to do two of them. I don't know. It'll say the exact same thing, except it won't have that part at the end. And for whatever reason, I haven't figured this out yet, but every freaking team I've ever managed wants a defensive midfielder on their team. I have never used defensive midfielders. I do have a couple of them on a couple of the things I use, but I don't use them. I don't like defensive midfielders. Don't need them. Yet they always want me to look for them. I'm like, what the fuck's the point? Why you want me to bring a player I'm never going to use in? So I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back, and don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Woohoo! We're back. Oh, I better open that back up, huh? I can see you, but you can't see me. Back in the middle of an ad. That's good. Solon got a contract. What's he doing? Yeah, he's got potential, but he's not doing shit. Not playing in that position. Did I try to sign him? I did, didn't I? Yeah, he's not going to play till the beginning of the year, but he's going to get to play anyway. He's going to be in the end of this month anyway, so what's the point? Don't matter. It don't matter to me. I'm not currently in any contract discussion with your club. I'm not long signed a new contract. Oh, you little bastard. Well, they don't care about you, dude, because they got you up there for sale, son. Dumbass. I hate when they do that. There's no sense in having them. Why are they trying to sell you? You just signed a contract with them, but then leave you. It's a non. That makes no sense to me. Fine, dude. You go ahead and you keep playing over there. I ain't gonna get none of them people I try to sign. Not a one. Not a one. They're all gonna be punks and chumps and hypocrites, and they're gonna sit back and go, "We don't care. We don't want to play. We don't want to come to your team." That's okay. We're gonna be moving up next year. We're gonna roll. We're the ones gonna be rolling, and y'all gonna be sitting there going, "We should have went with him. We could have moved up a level. We could have been here. We could have been there. We could have did this. We could have that." Oh, Jesus Christ. No. We'll give you 20%. No. Yeah, I'll take that. So we'll give him 3.4. That's a little bit more than I wanted to, but I can swing it. Damn, fingernail got a freaking hangnail. Alright, let's see. There you go. Gotta put it where we can actually afford it. He might be the first player we ever bought. Oh, stupid ass motherfuckers. You're getting on my nerves with that shit, man. Cameron Hall. No. Didn't he play for us? No, I don't think he did, but he might have. Yeah, he did. And now he wants to come back. And he played 24 games for us in that year. Oh. Just see, here's the other guy. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. See, we're gonna get back. If we bring Hall in, and we bring back Gungby, that will mean that the people I lost in the second season, all four of them will have come back to my team. We just ain't kept him. Eggersley was one, and he's not staying with us. So that's funny. That's hilarious to me. But I got enough in there for those two. I should have enough in there for those two. And if I need to, one of them comes into the other one, then that's funny as hell to me. And Hall was a good goalkeeper. I was mad when I lost him. And of course he doesn't want, or Gorfield doesn't want to. I just signed a new contract. Oh, this is ridiculous, man. Why are you motherfuckers being? You know what? If I was them players, I'd be pissed. Because I signed a new contract and they keep me on for being for sale. They're up for sale. I wouldn't have them on the thing if they weren't. So we got all four of those people we tried to sign got denied because we just signed new contracts. Fuckhead. I'll be sadistic. I'll go into the editor and bring them all to my team anyway and say, there you go. You're going to work for $100 a year. You can do that. That's the thing about the editor. You can do that. I can put them on my team if I want. No, punk. You want to just talk about your new contract? Well, I'm going to cut your contract in half. You're going to come play for me, punk. How you like me now, boy? Yeah. How you like that? Oh, man. Yeah, them $500,000 games. That's like I said, that one I was playing offline. We played Chelsea in the third round of the FA Cup, and with their gate, we made 575,000 gold. We made $575,000 in a little bit more than that, but that's what it came out to, round it down. And that we were in the league. We were a level higher than we are right now. That's the only thing about us not getting into the next, moving up this year. We'll stay in the Isuzu FA Cup or FA Vase and the NCEL instead of moving up. Oh yeah, but we played Chelsea in the third round, and we got beat 7-1 at Chelsea. And I'm thinking to myself, let me see, I'm a level 9 team. We got beat 7-1 to Chelsea at Chelsea. We made $575,000, and we scored a goal. We win. I don't care that we got beat. We won. We scored a goal on Chelsea. I think they ended up being runners up that year, too, at the end of the FA Cup. So, you get beat by the runner-up team at their place, but you scored a goal on them. There's something wrong with Chelsea. But yeah, those are fun ones to do. You always want to try to make it the third round is where you want to make it to, and you hope and pray that you get a Premier League team at their home, away. You want to play them away, or you get a team that's in the Champions that actually has good attendance. Because if you have good attendance, then you're actually going to get some players to go. You're going to actually get a chance to make as much money as you possibly can. Yeah, because I mean, Jesus, I'm 32,000 in the hole according to this, my finances. I am 38,000 in the hole, and we have 5. I'm gonna put this back. You know what? I don't even need that there. I'm not even gonna keep that in there. I'm gonna put this way. I come back here. You beast, get down here so I get even more money. So I got 112 actually. So we have close to 44,000 to spend on. We have 44,000 after this. Once we get to the end of this, to the 1st of July when everybody leaves, we'll have about 44,000 to spend on replacement players. And I really got to see what my team's going to look like without them, because I know I'm going to need some players to put in. Is either a couple starters that might get like part-time starters, or at least good enough backups to make my team worth having. So it's not like we're looking for superstar players or anything, but you occasionally get that one where you'll sit there. I would love to get a Gungby back. I'd love to get Hall back because he was a good goalkeeper. He was actually my best goalkeeper I've had, but he left because I didn't have a contract to give him, and that kind of sucked. I don't know what happened to Gungby. He didn't say anything yet, I don't think, and if he did, I missed it. It don't really matter. All right, let's see. They said 7. Did I not say 7? That's what I thought. Where's my 7? Oh, I know why. I got this mark still. You never know when you get one of these players to come in. I will, let's see, we can transfer him. Finley, what do you look like? You're a 2.5 star, but you're not better than my left guy now, are you? No, you're not. So what's the point in bringing in a guy that's not going to be any better than the one I already got? To be honest with you, right now, with my team the way it's set up, with this setup, and I don't think anybody on here is going anywhere. I think the only one that's leaving for sure is Felix. Yeah. He still wants to leave because he's a little prick. He's leaving, and Bondo's leaving. Everybody else is staying. So everybody else is staying. So the only 2 I'm replacing, I have to replace Felix. And who do I have that can replace him? Bahula. So there's that. Not that big a step down. And then Bondo can be replaced by Riley, who I didn't re-sign, but I might have to. What the fuck happened there? Riley, why did you leave me? Why did you leave me all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love. He'll do the job. So basically, I only have to replace these 2 spots because everybody else I'm okay with. So I only really need a outside. I need a midfielder right and a because I could actually put. Could I put Quack? Yeah, I could put Quack in there, and that's his better position actually. Well, no, it's not. His is the center. I would put him here. See, he's a better center. I can see. This is the thing about these guys. I can actually move them around in there. He can move into there and play that position, and I don't need to necessarily replace him because I can put him in there if I want to. But that's what we're going to do. So we got some players that we can switch around. I got a couple players I need backups is the problem. I'm not happy with my backup situation. That's the problem. But with those guys that I did take in there, you know, Riley, he won't. I don't think he'll resign for me. Yes, he will. Yes, he will, and he's not going to want much. Yeah, he does. He wants too much. I should be able to get him down to that. Come on, you little juke off. You know you want to play. So stop acting like a fool. This will be the one. Ooh, he's going to be a dumbass. Well, bye. So I do got to replace. I do need an attacker. The sad part is that's if I stay with this thing. If I move to the other tactic, then we got a bigger problem because we don't have three. We won't have 3 attackers that can play in that position. And the other one, it's the better one for the defense. So I don't know if we'll be using that one at all this year. But we shall see. Yeah, the only problem with winning those kind of games when you're in those kind of cups and you get that kind of money, that's when the boneheads start asking for more money than they're worth to play. So, you know, it's one of those things where, whatever. What we got for loans here? Warriolo, nope. Nope. No, he can't play midfield. But he's not good enough to play midfield. Burn. DC. We don't really need a defensive center, but he could play there. We could use a right center. Nah, we don't really need him either. Can he play out here? He can play out here, but he's not good enough. Why would I even want these guys? They're not even close to being good enough. He can play mid-center, but these guys ain't even close to being good enough. This is what sucks about this, is now they're going to start bringing in players that don't do me a bit of good, and I'll never play them. So can't loan them in. If you can't loan them in, what's the point? If you're not going to be able to play them, like I played Bo, Bo, and I played Bondo. They played every game. So Bo is actually going to stay with us as our player. He's coming back, and that's a good thing. So I like that. And if he goes on loan for the season, he goes on loan for the season. But I don't think he will. I think he's going to be just for this current season, which is stupid. I love how they do that. But, you know, Bondo, he's not coming back. There's nothing I can do about it. I tried. They snuck in a extension for me on him that I didn't see him do, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. We will find the players that we need when we need them. If I have to bring up more players from down below, I'll bring up more players from down below. We will survive, and we will be a good team this year. The set we have right now is going to be I already know they can win. So it ain't like we're starting over again without a team that I don't know. We've already got most of our players. Dennehy and I didn't put Juve in there, I don't think. I know I didn't, but it doesn't matter because I don't need him yet. He's still going to play, but he's not going to be. He probably won't be a starter. He'll be a definite substitution. But I don't think he's going to get the start. He might though. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see what happens because there may be increasing in stuff when we get to the first. I don't know. I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you were gone. And if you know where that song came from, you're my type. You're my friend. Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I've searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you were gone. I missed that show. That show was so freaking hilarious. But then you had to be a country boy, basically. I mean, it was funny. It was hee haw back in the day. I used to run back in the 90s, early 90s. There was such thing as called a wrestling e-fed, and basically what it was is you had a message board that people would go on, and they'd have a character, a wrestler, and they would do, they would have challenges to other wrestlers. They would talk shit on there as your wrestler, and you had matches. And I had a match engine thing that would pretty much help you run it where it was a lot of fun to do, and it wasn't just my discretion on who won. I would run the simulation through the stream, then I would do a workup and write up what happened in it, and if I didn't like the way it came out, I could change it if I wanted to, or I could leave it the way it was. And it was all based on how much heat they would get based off of how well they did their role plays, and that's what people would do. And I was in a couple of my, I ran in one, and I was in a few others. And the one I was in, I had a group called the Old West Outlaws, the OWO, and it was made up of 3 people. It was String Bean. He was a 7-foot tall, 700-pound wrestler that moved like a luchador. And his finishing move was called the beanpole pile driver. And basically, he put the person in the corner in the tree of woe, climbed to the second rope, pulled him up, put him in the pile driver's position, and drove him to the ground. That was his finisher. His tag team partner, was Cody Carlisle, Cowboy Cody Carlisle, Triple C. He was an ex. I had this shit all done. He was an ex rodeo star that had been. Those two had been friends forever, and his finisher was the Triple C bulldog. Basically, it was a bulldog from he did it from the top rope like most people do, and it wasn't a run across. It was just a straight on bulldog straight across, and they were badasses. And then the third guy kind of had a weird entry into the fray. He was a former psychologist. His name was Dr. Feelgood. His theme song was Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue, and he was definitely insane because his gimmick was when he would wrestle somebody, he would have a plaster cast mask of that person made, and then he would role play as that person and act like that person, and it was fucking hilarious. It was so much fun. And then one of them I was in, we had a kid that did some of the most amazing storytelling in his things that I've never seen anybody like him before. And basically, he got mad at the people who owned the group, and he was a champion at the time, and he left. He left the company, and I said, listen, I got a plan for this. Y'all got to work with me on this. And only 2 other people that were like the heads of that Fed knew what was going on. And we had this guy who, if they had a match that they wanted to just blow somebody off on, they had this guy, his name was Joe Schmo, and he was a jobber. And so Doc Feelgood came out in a Joe Schmo mask, grabbed the title, the dude left his title in the middle of the ring, picked the title up, walked out with it, and they claimed him to be the champion. So I role played as him and as Joe Schmo. We brought him into our group to kind of help him out. The only ones that knew about what was going on was, of course, the OWO knew, and the ownership knew, but it was so badass. And we got to the end. They finally decided to shut it down. And in the final show, we did a reveal that it was actually Doc that was the player that was playing Joe Schmo. And I had like 10 people from that Fed email me afterwards asking me if I had been Joe Schmo the entire time or if that was just a thing. I said, no, that was something we just did at the end. It was like for about 6 weeks, but it was freaking hilarious. It was so much fun. I miss those old days. We used to have a blast on that shit. I played in one where I was Goldberg, and I role played as Goldberg and Sid Vicious as a tag team. The Sid Vicious one was a fun one to do because that dude was just totally freaking insane. He was a bit touched just a tad bit touched. Come on, baby. Don't you get to that point and start fucking with me. We will have a problem if you do. We're not going to do this shit. I do not need you to do this to me. Come on. Oh, okay, there it went. Never mind. It did what I wanted it to do. I didn't think it was going to move. I was going to be so upset. It gets to that point once in a while. Richards did see the World Cup's going on. Oh, yeah, we got the whole World Cup. We got the whole World Cup in his hands. We got the whole World Cup. Yeah, see, this is the, damn. Okay, they didn't really have anybody. Where's the group of death in this? Ooh, that one. There ain't really one this time, is there? Nah, there really wasn't one in this grouping. There was no group of death in this round. But see, we've already got through. They're in the all groups, so they've already got part way through it. Defending is Argentina. This is the entire world is included in this. There's preliminary rounds where you have the first round has the four worst teams in the world playing it to get put in, and then you get into a group stage, and then you go through all those groups, and then you go to a second group stage, and then a third. It's great to watch because it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm gonna do this because I want to do this. I'm not gonna have this problem. Have to take care of your game, make sure it doesn't get screwed up, and we're good. We should be a couple days away. I think we're like a week away from preseason starting. I think we're gonna go to July. We're gonna go to July 1st. And then I think we'll call it a day. And we'll be back tomorrow to get the preseason underway and do all that. I'm thinking about moving to this time slot permanently because I kind of like the noon. I kind of like the noon that way. I don't have to worry about getting up too early. I ain't got to worry about if I'm able to go in the morning. It gives me a little bit extra time to try to get myself to go. Oh, nope, it ain't the 26th. Oh, it's right here. It's the 23rd. We're definitely going to go to the 1st of July. Because then I can get a look at everything I need to look at and see what my team looks like without the players I'm losing. And then we'll do, like I said, tomorrow we'll get some. I'm gonna set up my preseason games. We shouldn't have more than a month. We are going to try to set up some actual money-making games. That's how you cut this down, because you can get some of these where you can make 5, 6, 10,000. Even you can make even more than that if you get lucky. But yeah, we definitely want to do that. We're going to set this up so we can get through it. Somehow, some way, we're going to make money. And we will fix that problem. We will have players and teams that we need. We will get there. We will do it because we can. I might even do some ESO tonight. I've been meaning to do it again, but I just haven't been on to do it. I mean, last time we had a good time with it. There was a bunch of people came in, had a lot of fun with it. It was cool. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun had been had. Yeah, we're gonna definitely need see what we got, see where we go, see who we got. I can't do it there anyway because you can't do it on the first part of the preseason because it won't tell you. I hate when it does that. Now, last year, we were picked to be the champions. We didn't quite have the year that we wanted. We're a totally different team this year already. Even though we're losing people, we're still a totally different team. We still have players that can play. We still have players that can win. And we still got players that can score. So we're not worried about it. We've actually got more players now. Harper, Hill, Bo, Quacky, Adeni, Page, and Page was there, and Joe. Those guys are all newer players that are all going to fill the gaps that are different and updated players from last year to make them much better. So we're good to go. So it should be okay. At least I hope so. Vinicius Jr., he's going to come play for us. We want Junior. We want Junior. Vinny. You don't want to play for PSG, man. Come play for us and relax. Have a good time. Help us destroy this league and make the rest of the English league ours. One time in an old game I played, I got somebody like that to do that. They were like 35. They were a great team. They were a great player. They came a free contract, and somehow I put in for them, and they actually came to my team that was in the Vanarama North, or the National, and they helped me move up like a couple leagues before they retired at like 37. I was just loving the shit out of that. I didn't put it on this one, and I should have, but I should have put the file that has the all-time greats on it, because then it would have been so much fun to watch and keep track of, because they're fun to do that. But I didn't. I know you're never going to find me a goalkeeper because you just don't do that right. 18 more. Von Genders, middle. Don't need a midfielder. No, I might be. Nope, can't use you either. Nope, I'm not going to use you either. Big Taylor. Nope. Jack Fleming. He's not going to be any better than I already have. That might be better than I already have. Let's go look. 3-3. What do we got over here? 3-3, and we got a Harper. And I can move Harper to a different position. Yeah, we could do that, because that will bring us a chance to bring Harper up there. We will try to sign you. Fringe player. That's okay. You're okay. You're okay. I'm not paying a fringe player $720. What the fuck is this bullshit? Dude, you are out of your damn mind. Yeah, that ain't happening. See, this is what I don't understand. These guys get way too big for their britches, man. Way too big. Now, see, I wouldn't maybe pay him a good wage. But I'm not going to pay him that kind of freaking money, man. That's crazy. Now, see, he doesn't want a contract. I could give him a youth contract, and he might sell it. He might take it. All right, so we'll give you a part-time contract. We might have just got our new right back, or our new right back, or left back, whichever one, don't matter. Nope, I don't need a set. I'm gonna see what I got, and I definitely need a striker. He's gonna want way too much. I already know. I already know. He gonna want way too much. I'll go with 2.2 for a year. Take this down. Okay. We'll go a little higher than that. We'll go to 2.6. We'll throw in 500. 750. Go for a year. Take this down. Offer the contract. You will take it. There you go. Now we're negotiating. This is the good stuff. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Don't want you. Don't need you. I got players for that position. Finley, don't want you. Don't want you. I need a goalkeeper. Can't find a goalkeeper. We're never gonna get it. Oh, looky! Well, I just said we ain't got a goalkeeper. We need one. There you go. Maybe we'll get him. Maybe he'd be a good backup. He won't come to us anyway. Screw you, stupid fuck. You're a fucking old man. You're about to get old and not even play. You don't want to come? That's fine. Don't come. No problem. Trade Mitford. Not good enough. Oh, that takes us through our list of players. So we want to see if we can get those two. That would be nice to get those two guys. Or one of the two of them, if not both of them. Backups everywhere, baby. Does it have our competitions yet? No, it does not. It didn't reset them. Yep, still last year. Yep, still last year. We got. Hey, look, we made it to the preseason. That's not bad. We did it in 4 hours. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we're gonna go to the first and be okay, because that's what we do. I got the whole world in my. I don't know what the hell's going on with my head now. Now we got this. He's got the whole world in his hands. I hate that. It sounds like out of my head. All right, boys. Y'all better do this shit right. You can step up the chase for Bailey, but you're not gonna get him. Guarantee you're not gonna get him. You better pay. You better be willing to pay. Don't talk about it. Don't care. I should tell you I don't give a crap because they ain't getting him. I already put that and said he wasn't going nowhere. I don't know why they want to keep trying. Yes, we're bringing back Ungungby. Check that shit out. There you go. Hello. We got one of our players back. I can't believe it. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. We're bringing back our boy Ungungby. Welcome home, son. Now get your ass in the locker room and start doing your shit. He was pretty good on the right side, too. That's what the fun part is. See, that gives me options now that I don't have to worry about all these guys. I can have, like I said, I can put Quack either at I've got 2 positions for him to play. Actually, he's got more than that, but I'm going to put him in them 2 positions. I'm probably going to put him in the midfield and center right now, depending on who we have. We'll see. It's going to come down to a couple things. But he's definitely still going to get to play, and I'm definitely going to count him to... Saka in talks with PSG. No, don't go there. You don't want to go there. Stay. Ooh, Ito might go for 48 mil from Munich, from Bayern Munich to Dortmund. That would be an interesting sell. Okay, let's see what we got here. There we go. There he is. Yeah, he comes in as a 3. We'll take him. That's all right. That's all right, buddy. It's all right. And Gumby's back. Welcome back, boo. Listen. You're not getting him. You can't have him. You want to make some money in there? You're gonna have to put some money in there, buddy. You weren't going there anyway, bud. Trust me, you're not going nowhere. You got you for another whole year. gonna take a lot more. That guy can go. Get him off the list. That way we ain't spending no money on him. Who'll be this little man? James Potts. Don't need him. He's a defensive midfielder. I don't bring in defensive midfielders. I have no need for them. You can be determined. You better start answering me some money. That's right. You want him, you gotta earn him. You better make me some money off it, baby. Got a couple more days till we get there. Look at this. We got Elam's retires, Drayden retires, and then we're gonna lose 9, 10. We're gonna lose like 14 players at the end of this month, which is what I want to do. That's where I'm going for, trying to get to that so we can do that. Remains intact. Of course it does. Best team in the world is PSG. Ooh, Man City, then Liverpool, then Arsenal, then Man United, then Chelsea, then Newcastle, then Tottenham, then Brighton, then Leicester, then Leicester. I say that wrong. They ain't got none of the teams outside of ours because that's just, I guess that must just be ours. It's just for England, that's why. We ain't that special. Man City, huh? Screw you, Man City. Nobody likes you. You suck. Cheating bitches. I would really like to see them get punished for what they did, but you know how that works. I think they should be busted down, man. Bust them down. Get rid of their bullshit and be done. You can't have it. Let me just show you here something, buddy. What's this? Should let me say that there, but it's not gonna. Untouchable. I ain't worried about it. He's under contract. He ain't going nowhere. They can want all they want. You ain't getting him. You ain't getting him. He can't go nowhere because I said no. Come on, give me my damn competitions. Reset this shit so I can look at it. Nope, still ain't done it. That's the slowest fucking thing in the world too. It takes forever to reset that shit. Almost done. 6 more days and we'll be done. Shouldn't take long. Shouldn't take long. Anybody? 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 Hey. if anybody's on right now. Uh-oh. Yeah, he is. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's what we'll do if we get there in time. If we get there in time. Might be. We'll have to see who's on. Our leaderboard, which will never have my name on here, and they don't ever show me that because I can't do it. I can't get there. I ain't got enough points. I ain't even close to getting any points. You gotta play this game forever to get points. I've been playing as this character for forever and never getting points. That's just how it works, I guess. He got the whole world in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands. And I can't say the rest. Oh, coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Oh, I love my coffee. A couple more days here and we'll be able to get off of this here and everybody's leaving. So we're gonna lose 16 players that day. Most of them are on we got most of them coming from the main team, but that's fine. We don't need that many, and we can always go back down and move more people around because that's what we do. Hopefully we get a couple more people in here. Yes, 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 I know the battery's dying. You got 15 minutes, chill. Oy, stupid phone. It feels like it's beautiful and bright outside, but it feels like it's going to rain again. And feel it in the air. Feel it in the air, do 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 do. Love is in the air. I got all these songs playing in my head, and it's driving me crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Coffee. Puts hair on your chest and makes you a man. Coffee. Coffee, coffee. Coffee, coffee. Yep. Coffee, coffee. Coffee, coffee. Coffee, coffee. Yeah, I'm gonna add some stuff to this once I get my OBS situated around. I'm gonna put some stuff in here that you can, like over in the corner, I'm gonna put something, and under my picture, I'm gonna put something. I don't know. We're gonna make some changes. We'll push it up a little bit, cause we can, boss. That's the idea anyway. Come on now, we ain't doing this shit. I hope we ain't doing this shit. I'll be mad as hell. I'm already not liking this. So you get this part where it starts doing this crap, and you gotta sit here and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. Well, I'll tell you what, we're gonna give it 8 minutes. Not 8 minutes. We're gonna give it 8 minutes till we're gonna give it for a 4-hour mark, and if this ain't moved since to then, I got a bad feeling about that. I'm just gonna leave it go, and I'm gonna see what happens, and I'll just rate out because I can't. I'm gonna be mad. It's gonna piss me off. I don't remember when I saved it last, but it wasn't that long ago. But still, I don't want to have to reset it. Always gotta be this shit, man. That just gets on my nerves. Yep, it's one of those things. Actually, we're gonna give it till 5 minutes till, and then by that time I'll be able to figure out what I'm doing. The Peaches is back. I miss Peachy. No, what? No, no, Miss Peachy, no. What? Yep, it's in that spot. I had a feeling this was coming. Yep, it's in. Oh, I'm gonna be mad. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read out. I'm gonna read out to. I think I want to read out to Mr. Quack. Hang on. Hey. All right, let's see. That should be good. We're gonna raid out to Mr. Quack. I hope you guys will stick around and go to the raid with me. He is playing. I don't even know he's playing, but we are moving on. I apologize. Hopefully this is going to move on and I won't have to worry about it. If not, I'm going to have to fix it so it does, hopefully, and we won't have to start over again. But I will be back tomorrow. I might come back a little later to play some ESO. I don't know yet, but we'll see what happens. But you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to crack on over to the Whacker, and we're going to see what goes on. Thanks for being here. I want to thank LSW Daddy for the raid, DJ, Amy G. Thank you to everybody that was here. If I forgot somebody, I apologize. It's just me. We're out. Peace. You better knock your shit the hell off. The hell's wrong with you, machine?